upload your ID. Besrewa, please upload the ID so that we can continue to help you send money home. So you don't get blocked because you're blocked. And I will say, oh, come and I say, send it for me. And then that also creates its own problems. Into Besrewa, if you have been blocked or the app is asking you for any kind of documentation, the app is secure. Just follow it and upload it. Some of you feel better sending me your passport information on WhatsApp, and I get it, but you won't put it on the app. A bro address. So, my passport now it's coming to me my WhatsApp or a private WhatsApp or maybe private phone. But me say fast app so I won't yet. But I'm telling you, sir, the app is more secure than sending it to a friend via WhatsApp. Into Mr. If the app asks you for ID information, upload it to the app. It's more secure than having it on even my phone, for sure. So that's the message to you. I thank you. Thanks for joining the show. Lawyer Wisdom, I'm looking forward to fellow Medina boy. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to tell us today. And if you have any money stuck somewhere, send it now. Pick up your phone, invite your American friends, get them to join us, and let's make that send as big as it can possibly be. And I think I've talked enough, so back to you.
Yeah, quickly, before you go, Obi Busami say, Obey then what me upload the ID on the app. Is this something that you can help us?
I mean, if one of my team is on, it'd be good to give that detail.
There's a video. Yes. There's a video for it. You know that comment. When the video no man no share more behind it. A break give it to me already. There's a video for it.
Yeah, please share it with me. I will send it to the producer. Now before say lawyer ebe my answers to some of our questions. I will play that video now and it's around out of that's a bit brave. I will quick update out the brain from your end. So baby
I'm putting the kids to bed, but I'll be back.
Yeah, we come back to your deck.
Okay.
That was our growth director for Africa. He called himself the Medina Boy. And fortunately, I've got another Medina Boy on the show this evening, and he happens to be a senior partner of Wise Smart Solicitors by the name Lawyer Wisdom Akaho. Lawyer Wisdom Akaho last week, he has been on this show a number of times, and then Sunyami any share ni knowledge and experience when it comes to visa application, immigration issues in the UK, especially the new rules are about last week on here and they no focus on one area near Kahwasem. Now for Yama Hokwain, now what's me at the question in Abba. And they Ufiha no qua over go to your consultation internet trade and they are when you know head your question be I will be an or more than Nebusa ask them or Ahanum. Yo, Ora Wisdom, Yamoajo, Emo Aquaba at the Regiment.
Nana, that's it. Michubia and my fellow Medina man, Michio Papa. May also a Firestone man, Miss me a rolling circle man, and say we are all in the Medina fraternity.
By my jaw, Medina is the credit, Medina man. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Greetings to everybody. The week has gone very fast. I signed with you, the radiasi. And I'm so last week with my updates, and then I'm missing one topic, but a lot of very interesting updates via Banty. I need to put them out before I go on to anything else.
That would be great.
So
that would be great.
If you permit me, I'll do that. I'll do that first.
I was here for lawyer with Anna on lawyer.
Last week, Mikasa about the detentions we are having at the airport, I think, and I also talked about the health and care worker visa and the fact that government will be acquiring we a care worker with me about with family members as well. And of course, Nipa Bebre Abba Yakasansu about Omoni care experience and they are struggling and they are creating a lot of problems in the workforce with regards to the care industry. See, we said if you don't have the skills and you have to pay to train privately, do that so that you don't get yourself into trouble. You can say about other areas, but and that there's quite there are quite a few developments. Mejidisa, Yamubebre, about the video that is circulating about Yenuyabako, Nigerian, or grantee an interview to the BBC, not to any small media house, but to the BBC. Nani Okayani said, Yan Bebre, Nigeria Bebre, and possibly African Bebre, but we come as students. And this was on BBC, and it's all over the place. He has tried to come to apologize, to correct what he said, but it's already gone out there. And so unfortunately, Sana said, Nipa bebre omo the student visa eba and yes omo ba be school nti e na omo aba, but omo pese yebrem keke then they look for options to switch. This is very bad to anybody's taste. So the American say opese oba yes and I be yes obantam ansana the routes become narrower and narrower and narrower. And then there has been updates on the 23rd of May 2023. 23rd of May 2023. Today is the 25th, which is 2 days ago. Changes were announced in the international students who want to bring their dependents to the UK. The Secretary of State said, from January 2024, we are students, now you cannot bring your dependents. Students cannot bring their dependents. The statistics they have right now is that over 120,000 dependents came to join their spouses in the UK or their parents in the UK as student dependents. Over 120,000 applicants and a buyer last year to join their students or their sponsors. Now the government is that route. So from the 1st of January 2024, that is next year, student dependents cannot come to the UK unless Uba Abaye PhD or a research-related course. PhD count as a research-related field. Dependence aba. So we have a first degree, masters. They cannot bring their student dependents, and that starts from January 2024. Between now and then, we have September admissions. And so when your September admission, then you must as well quickly come with your dependents before the window closes. September admissions, you can still bring your dependents before the window closes, because once we hit next year, the papa ni ba, the yiri ene ni ma amuntime ma, the mama ni ba, ni kunu ene ni ma amuntime ma. So this is the time to utilize the option or the window that is still opened, so that you can come with your dependents as well. So only students on postgraduate courses designed as research programs, which include PhD students, will be able to bring their dependents. That's just a summary from January 2024. So I would advise, if you have to come, then please do that and come with your family members, with your dependents ASAP. Otherwise, when January comes, they cannot join you in the UK. This is what they are saying, that it is a temporary measure. It is a temporary measure. It is not a long-term measure. But nobody knows how long this measure is going to carry on for. They are saying it is a temporary measure while the government looks for ways to regularize the influx of students and their dependents. So that is what it is. We anticipate or we speculate that there may be some exceptions. That is, students from the top 50 universities in the world. Students from the top 50 universities in the world. They may have some exemptions. We don't know, but that is the anticipation we are having, that students from top 50 universities may be able to bring their dependents in the future. And these top universities are rated by the Times Higher Education ranking. I don't know if there's any university in Ghana that is within the 50 top universities yet. I haven't checked, but I may check later. So it means that if none of our universities is within that 50 top universities in the whole world, it means that none of our people can come to study and bring their family. And that is serious. So once we have the chance between now and December, in their first degree, then I must as well advise, please get it done and get it done quickly before the time comes up. Dependent visa and other routes do not apply. Example, so Obiba as a nurse, so Obiba as a healthcare worker, they are not included. Obiba as a spouse, not ordinary, they are not affected. It is only students that they are targeting right now. Students are now being targeted. Spouses, tier workers, skilled workers, ministers of religion, and other workforce members and their family members are not included in this ban, which is going to take effect. So again, once they start from one category, before you realize it goes into another category. So if you have something to do, I always say, do it and do it fast. If it's got to be done, it's got to be done well and quickly so that you are not caught by the ban. In fact, we've been around for a while. The laws of England keep changing and changing. Yes, today they will say one thing, tomorrow you never know what will come up, and the next day you never know what is going to come up. Sometimes they close the gaps, and other times they open it up. So yes, it appears that they want to put a break on the student dependence, but that doesn't mean it's going to last forever. But you must as well take opportunity of this window we have and bring your student dependence if you have the chance to do that before it is closed. Then, second update, international students will no longer be able to switch. The first one here, dependents cannot come. Student dependents cannot come from January next year. The second update here said, international students cannot switch out of the student route into another workforce route until they finish their course. I will say that again. So, Obiba as a student want to mean switch and call any other category to work. Now, the common one here is students are switching from the student route into the health and care worker route. The means my biama is bebre. Omoba, I want to go school until papa na switching and you was switching alongside. Anana papa na switching, and our banner switching, papa na switching alongside from the student route to the work route. Now the government is saying you cannot switch. I think it's immediate. You cannot switch from the student route to the health and care or any other category until and unless you finish your course before you can switch to another category. So that is also another draconian step that is being taken against students. Students have become the target. And please, if you have anything to do, get it done and done quickly within the law before you get strapped somewhere. Somebody is asking, can a student work alongside while schooling? Yes, students can work 20 hours during term time. During holidays, they can work for full time. But during school time, you can only work 20 hours. So the answer to that question is yes, student can work alone, but only 20 hours in a week when you are on a student visa, or if you're on a student visa and you would have to comply. If you do more than 20 hours, your visa can be revoked, or if you go for extension, it will not be given to you. And then you become illegal in the UK unless you switch to another category. So update number 2, international students will no longer be able to switch out of the student route into work routes for staying in the UK before their studies have been completed. You need to complete your degree before you can switch to another work category. So please take note of that. Now, the beautiful thing about this country is they keep records, they keep tally, they keep statistics a lot. So they have observed that a lot of students in the past 1, 2, 3 years are switching to the health and care route without completing their course. And because of that, universities have lost about £1 million in student tuition fees when the students drop out of study and go and work. For example, the university is expecting 2,000 students. 500 of them switched. They got the visa and came to the UK. 500 have switched to go and work. They have dropped out of the school. The university has lost loads and loads of money. So the universities have now informed the Home Office that these students have not reported. And the Home Office has taken notice of those tallies, and that is what is informing this decision they are taking right now. They have the statistics, they have the records. So anytime they come out with any policies, it is based on the records and the statistics they have gathered. Visa, 2 years graduate visa route. You can then go onto that route. That one is still there. It is not closing. You can still switch from, after your completion of the course, you can go to the 2 years graduate route. In fact, I can understand why students want to switch. Example, a student who is coming to pay £15,000 for a course, 1 year and not 2 years. Meanwhile, say, or switch student, no, juma. Sikana obanyano, and also say, Sikana or no, so obviously, about switch, well, sir, or your chance about switch. So that is what it is. And the government have gotten all these reports and the statistics, and until they want to close that option for the students switching. So let's take note of that. Try and finish the course. Once you finish the course, you do the 2 year graduate route, or you can then switch to any other category as a worker in the UK. Update number 3. The government is taking action against education agents that are being dishonest. Education agents are different countries to help complete the student visa application process to bring the students in. The government has observed that some of these education agents and institutions are being dishonest. Nimpa says, Papa way, Mami way, enya adia o school no. Opesa ba abrochi. Na omo sheda aye bibia twenchini amano. Na obedu ha wi a omo nim se onko school no. The government is targeting those educational institutions and agents who are being dishonest, who they deem as being dishonest, bringing students into the UK, who they know the students will not go to school or will not pursue the school. It's like they are selling the visa route rather than bringing students who would genuinely attend the institution. So the government is targeting them big time. How do you solve this? So do or make your own application. If you have a brother here, you have a sister here who is a bit lettered and can help you and guide you through the system, please let them help you. Apply yourself. You come straight to your university so that when you get to the airport, you are not subjected to any scrutiny. Today, I've had a call from one person, more than 10 calls over and over and over. And this was a free legal advice. Free legal advice. The only reason why that person was calling is because Nenua Opi Ghana Eban Odu Hitru Pe and Amoditene. Unfortunately, instead set ordinary Obabe Kane number Edibama immigration officers or the name meeting and then the number and Edima. Meanwhile, all your application also only Ebusiani Bia or UK. So how come suddenly Umame Ewokum ha would the number Emma immigration for rather than set would we whoever kind of honor the number Ediamawam. So these are some of the problems that lead to the government taking these draconian actions against students coming from outside the UK. So let's be mindful of that. The government is targeting, is taking action against these education agents who are being dishonest. So please use the right ones or do it yourself or help your brother or sister to do it so that they don't get into trouble. Update number 4. I said that earlier, the postgraduate 2-year is still valid, is still working. When you finish your graduate or your qualification, your first degree, your master's, you can always apply for the 2-year postgraduate study course, to work in the UK, the postgraduate visa to work in the UK. You don't have any problem. That option is still available. So that is that. Update number 5. The government is going to review. They are trying to review the amount of money a student must have before they can even bring their dependents, even between now and December. They want to review the amount. It is likely they would increase the amount that you have to have before you can bring your spouse to the UK. So this is update number 5. So I've talked about 5 updates now. First update number 1 is that changes to the student dependent route. You cannot bring your student dependents from January 2024 unless you are here as a postgraduate student. And you are its PhD, then they can bring their dependents. Update number 2, what did I say? Update number 2, I said you cannot, international students can no longer be able to switch from one category, from the student route to another work route. You have to finish your course as a student before you can move to work category. Update number 3, you must take note that the government is taking action against the education agents who are dishonest, and they may end up banning them, or students coming from that section will be subjected to a lot of scrutiny before they are allowed to the UK. Update number 4, the 2-year post-study route is still available. So if you want to explore that option, you can also use that option. Update number 5, the government is looking to review the amount of money, the funds that the student must have before they can bring their dependents to the UK. Now, research shows that students brought about 41.9 billion pounds to the UK last year. 2023, students brought in about 41.9 billion pounds to the UK. So you realize that the student route, the universities benefit a lot when students come. 41.9 billion. That is what students got in. In another research, they said over 19 billion was what students brought in terms of tuition fee, accommodation, and living expenses, etc., etc. So the student route is very important to this country. However, they want to prevent abuse of the system so that some unscrupulous people don't take advantage of the system, bringing people when they know they would not go to school. So that is what it is right now. Again, let me just tap on one thing. The construction industry workers is still available. It is started. So if you know anybody in the construction field, they want to apply for the license, they can apply for the license, and then they can recruit from outside the UK to come and work in the construction industry as carpenters, plumbers, tilers, electricians, etc., within the construction field in the UK, but they need to have they first need to have the license from the Home Office before they can issue the COS for people to come to the UK to work in the construction industry. The doors are open. Let's make use of it and do it the right way so that we don't abuse the system and block our fellow Ghanaians and other people from African continent from coming to the UK. Now, I'll leave it at that. I have a topic to talk about, but I want to respond to the questions. And if we have some time, I'll look at how to bring your spouse to the UK. Or if you are in the UK with 2.5 years, can you marry? And can your spouse also get their leave to be in the UK? I'll look at one of these topics. Nana, over to you, sir.
Oh, La yabeda say ene enyumre bramino ka say ya hate 300 SME sign increasing capacity. People are not able to get into the Zoom. Lawyer Mamin Busa, do you want to continue to talk about how to bring your spouse, or should we start take the questions? How do you want us to go about it?
I will look at how to take your spouse, and then we go to the questions. So once we hit the questions, it is all the way through.
Fantastic. So anyway, yenko eno so say obi ewa hanomo either say oba ana bema. How can they bring their partner from abroad to the UK, and all the requirements that they need to meet before they will be able to bring their partner to join them in the UK? Lawyer, over to you.
Thank you very much. Now, Sir Uwo Krumha, you are in the UK, you want to bring your partner from anywhere in the world to join you in the UK. Number one, we have the suitability requirements and we have the eligibility requirement. You have to be suitable and you have to be eligible. The suitability requirement means you don't have any criminal records, you have not been banned from coming to the UK, you have not been subjected to exclusion from the UK, you don't owe the NHS £500 and more, and they've given you an invoice and you refuse to pay, you don't have any immigration debt, a case is against you in the UK and you refuse to pay the debt. If you don't meet any of these categories, then you meet the suitability requirement. So you are suitable. That is different from being eligible. Suitability is normally not a problem. Eligibility is the issue. Now, eligibility means you must meet certain requirements. And this application is made under Appendix FM, Section EC-P of the Immigration Rules. What it means is Appendix FM, the FM stands for family, Section EC for entry clearance, hyphen P stands for partner. You are bringing your partner. You, the person who is in the UK, you must be settled. You must have your indefinite leave to remain, or you must be a British citizen, or you must be an EU national, and you have settled status, or you have 5 years pre-settled status. Let me go over that list again. And you want to bring your partner, you must, 1, be a British citizen. Number 2, you must have indefinite leave to remain. Number 3, or you must be an EU national who has settled status or pre-settled status. Now, if you fall in any of these categories, then you are able to bring your partner from outside the UK to join you here. The next thing we talk about is eligibility. Eligibility, we look at R-I-F-E-A. R-I-F-E-A. The R stands for relationship. How do you prove that you are related to the person you want to bring to the UK? How do you prove that you are related? Number 1, marriage certificate. You have to prove that there is a relationship and it is genuine and continuing. Relationship, genuine and continuing. Not relationship only, but it has to be genuine and it has to be continuing. Now, genuine means, and yes, I worry about 10 years ago, when in Casa, when in Yari, when in Manisika, then suddenly it won't happen. You may be married, but it has to be genuine and it has to be continuous. So the longer the gap is between you and the woman or you and the man, the more difficult it becomes for you to prove that the relationship is subsisting or continuing. So relationship, 1, marriage certificate, WhatsApp messages, emails to each other, and the WhatsApp messages should not only be good morning, how are you? Good morning, how are you? Good morning, how are you? I'm fine. Good morning, how are you? I'm fine. It does not go far. It has to be a genuine relationship and conversation between you two as partners, as married couple who are having genuine conversation on WhatsApp calls or WhatsApp messages. Or people say, what if I call? How can I prove that? Or what can I prove what we say in the call? Nobody can prove that. And that is why I insist on saying that Samuel calls on Pua, please try and do some WhatsApp messages. And no, you'll be able to confirm saying this is the relationship between you and your partner. So WhatsApp messages, emails, if you have pictures, different pictures. Please do not go and put 2 different pictures together and take a photo shot of it. It will damage your application. I have seen it time and again. Now will be the pictures be aquatarisu, now will be share left, no will be share north, no will be share south, or say the same picture. Your application will be refused. You'll be banned from coming to the UK for 10 years. So some more pictures are genuine. Please use the 3 genuine pictures. Don't go and put pictures. Don't go and make pictures. No way chapapani dear, we chamamini dear, no way atari, no way it won't work. My home picture bia, my meno or see what nakunya so nanzo ni to enka kunya so or since ewo ewiem how much picture no obroni be ho, your application will fail. Please. So pictures are important, but they should be genuine pictures. It's serious, the kind of things we deal with. So when we come to talk about these things, we expect that it should be taken seriously. Otherwise, one picture can mess your application up and you'll be banned from coming to the UK for 10 years. Why don't you use the little one you have that is genuine rather than merging something which will mess you up for 10 good years? You'll be banned. Under paragraph 320, you'll be banned from coming to the UK. 10 years. I don't think you want to do that. Money transfer. It is advisable to send sometimes a man is sending a but it is not too common for the woman to be sending the man money. The most common one is the man sending the woman money. However, money transfer is not mandatory. Example, if the man is working or the woman is working and she earns enough to look after herself, it is nice, but it is not mandatory. But if you want to send money, please make sure you say tap send. That is where you can get the most credible evidence. Because tap send, who's sending my woman? They can print all your transactions, they send it to you, and that is what I use for my applications. When the clients come, I said, do you have tap send? They say, yes, I have it. I said, can you call? And they'll give you a list of all the transactions you have done. And when I bring it, I take my highlighter, I highlight the person's name. Akosia, receipt, Akosia. I set all of this. If it is 20 pages, 30 pages, 40 pages, I highlight from so and so to Akosia, from so and so to, I highlight all. And that is the proof that you send money to your spouse in Ghana or outside the UK. Very important. Also, visit. So back to me, go and visit. I'm only talking about relationship. This is only relationship. And so, you don't say you started relationship online, social media. The application will not work. At least go and see the person once. Once. That's the later 4-year customer marriage. That is acceptable, but you must meet at least once. So after you've started the relationship, these days, relationships can start from any platform, social media, dating sites, etc. We agree, but you must go and meet the person at least once before the marriage. Don't just go straight once and get married. First time it is possible, but it's not recommended because papa, and they try to find excuses and find reasons to refuse the application. The many Americans say, but to me, call late season when the tickets are low, but she call 2 days, be 3 days, be 1 week, be get to know the person. Go to take your pictures. Waba, Uber do Ghana no, na or airport, we share baggage, I charge your picture. Oh, Sabano, Wasamba, Jao Pine, we charge your pictures. Everything is there to prove say solid. This is a genuine relationship. Uba, you know, WhatsApp messages, text messages, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, make sure you chop love. That's what somebody is saying. Make sure the relationship is solid. Would the two of you anymore? No problem. I did an application recently. Normally the application would take 6 months to be decided. 0 to 6 months to be decided. That is the window they make the decision. It took 28 days. 28 days it was given because the amount of evidence now on the buyer, we are cry. You believe that this is a genuine relationship because the document was overwhelming. It was just too much. So the caseworker didn't waste time at all. 28 days, it was granted. And this is the kind of thing we are talking about. If you want to make an application, make it solid. Let the evidence speak for itself. Let the evidence be persuasive. Anyone who take a look at it believes that this is a genuine relationship. So that is it. Relationship. It must be genuine. It must be subsistent. The next one, financial requirements. You have to show that you meet the financial requirement, £18,600. If you are earning less than 18,600, your partner may not come. Your partner may not come unless there is a child involved. If there's a child involved, the mistake as a man. £18,600 a year. That's how much you earn a year. Not the net, but the gross before tax. £18,600 before tax. So that has to show on your P60. With the P60 it has to show that you earn more than £18,600 a year. Now with the pay slips account, bank statements account, P60 account, letter from your employer has to show how much you earn when you started working, the type of employment. Is it permanent? Is it contract? Is it an agency? It has to state on that letter. Now, with that letter, we are able to submit with confidence the application on your behalf. So I've talked about relationship. I've talked about financial requirements. Now, maybe somebody is not working. If you are not working and you want to rely on your savings, you will need, if somebody can do the math for me, if you are not working and you want to rely on your savings, you need 18,600 times 2.5. Somebody can make the math for me. 18,600 times 2.5. 2.5 years. The number of years they will give you to stay in the UK, that is 2.5 years. So 18,600 times 2.5 plus £16,000 back. I think it's around 50. Is it 52,000 something or 40 something thousand? If somebody can give me the total, that is how much you need to be sitting in your account for 6 months before you can bring your partner to join you in the UK. That is if you are not, thank you very much, £62,500. You need £62,500 sitting in your account for 6 months before you can bring your partner to the UK. If you are not working and you want to rely on your savings only, 60, that is the amount, it is 62,500. How many of us got 62,500 pounds sitting in the account for 6 months? Well, I don't know. But if you don't want to go that way, then work. If you're doing one work and it is less than 18,600, get a second job to top it up to 18,600. For 6 months, you can bring your partner without Even if you have zero in your account, or even you are in overdraft, it doesn't matter. As long as you hit the 18,600, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your account. Even if it is zero balance, nobody cares. We know that you are able to look after your partner based on how much you earn. Some people want to depend on self-employment. If you are self-employed, then it has to be your profit. The profit has to be 18,600. Remember that the 18,600 to the employee is his money. The self-employed, your turnover, it shouldn't be 18,600, shouldn't be your turnover, it should be your profit at the end of the year. We need your 1 year bank statement, letter from your accountant, your SA 300 or SA 302, etc., etc. That is for self-employed people. Whereas an employee, we need 6 months, self-employed, we need 1 year bank statement. So this is what it is. Some people want to rely on their pensions. If you want to rely on your pension and your pension is enough to meet the financial threshold, that is fine. But if the pension is not enough, but you have some other source of income, maybe you have properties in the UK, you get rent from them, you can add all of those to it. So with that, you are able to also meet the financial threshold and you can bring your partner to the UK. Your partner in Ghana has to write the English language test level A1, speaking and listening. If they have a first degree, they don't have to write it, but they have to send a certificate to an institution called ECTIS, ECCTIS, ECTIS. ECTIS will confirm that the degree was taught in English in your country. And on that basis, you do not have to write the English language test level A1 from Ghana, from the British Council in Accra. You don't have to do that. And the next thing is you have to meet the tuberculosis. You have to have the tuberculosis test taken and be sure that you have no tuberculosis in your system. You are clean before you can come to the UK. You have to show that you meet the accommodation. If you go to the Housing Act, Part 10 of the Housing Act, I think 1985, it says 1 room is to 2 people, 2 rooms is for 3 people, 3 rooms is for 5 people, 4 rooms is for 7 people, etc., etc. So you have to have at least 1 room for your partner to come and join you in the UK. If you don't have a place of yourself, of your own, you don't have a place yourself, but you are living with family, then what can happen is that the family with whom you are living will have to give you a letter together with their tenancy agreement to say, yes, Kojo lives with me, or Amma lives with me. We have enough room. That is 3-bedroom accommodation, only 2 in the house. So when his wife or the husband comes, there is more than enough accommodation for him or her to join us in the UK. That is acceptable. So that is what it is. So relationship, financial, the immigration one is outside the UK. They're already outside the UK, so there's no problem with that. Relationship, financial, English language, accommodation, and all the supporting evidence. I can assure you that if things are in the right place, I can guarantee more or less that you will get your partner to the UK to get their stay with you here. For us, if you bring the documents, we check it. If something is wrong, I will not send it. I will tell you it will not work. If you insist, I will insist that it will not work. Why do you want to pay home office fee and IHS fee of 3,600 to the government when I know that the application will be refused? Based on what I have, I can tell you straight away this application will succeed or this application will be refused. So I would advise, wait, get things in the right order before we submit. There is one I am dealing with now. There's a gap of 3 months in the second job. And my advice to the gentleman is, wait, get another 6 months before we submit the application. He said, oh, lawyer, I said, no, I won't take it. It's not just about the money. My reputation is at stake. I don't want to send something when I know it will be refused. I wouldn't do that. Keep your money. I keep my peace of mind because I know the outcome from the beginning. So if you want to bring your spouse, these are some of the things you need to do. We have something called specified evidence you need to prove. We have some of the documents that are discretionary you need to know. So you have to determine what is important, what is not important, what to add, what to subtract before you send your application. So to conclude, if you can get this thing done and done properly, I can certainly tell you that your partner will join you here in the UK, provided you are settled or you fall within the category of a British indefinite limited leave to remain as a EU national or settled status as an EU national. And you can come with your children as well. So if the woman alone or the man alone is 18,600 and you want to bring another child, the child is 3,800. Another child, 2,400. So you have to do the maths and add it to it and add it to it that way before your partner can come. Now, I'll leave it at this point, and I think I'll take some questions. And if anybody has any more things to ask, I'll be more than happy to respond to that. Thank you.
Thank you to Lawyer Wisdom. Abusiafo nyabotre mefamo mako nti mesrewa do so na mefrewa na ode o question no ede aba. Wisdom we ebusa se your student application na ne papa e US nti ne papa na sponsor no no ne bank statement or your application no Ghana British High Commission almost say intimi and reach out to the bank almost statement ni fee until they couldn't authenticate the statement whether the statement is original or whatever. So based on that, he was refused. He is trying to make a new application with another school now. What is his chances? What should he do?
Oh, unfortunate that it happened that way. Now, he knows the reason why the first one was refused. So, yes, address that problem. If you can, obtain a letter of confirmation from the bank or the banking institution that this account is held in Mr. XYZ's name. Attach it to the documents. And if the institution should contact the bank, I am sure they'll be able to confirm. They may even provide that letter which was obtained from them, that we obtained this letter from yourselves, which confirms XYZ. Can you again confirm for us if this is authentic, if it is a legitimate letter, or if we want to check the veracity of this letter? Once the bank confirms that, I think the admission process should go on. So it's beautiful. When you know the problem, solve it. And how to solve this problem is obtain the letter of attestation or confirmation from the bank, add it to your documents, and sign it with the application. And I believe that should be fine.
And I also think on that letter, the bank should provide contact details that if the High Commission or embassy want to reach out to them, they will be able to reach out so that maybe they pick any contact details.
It will be on the headed paper, so all those details will be on it. Thank you.
Thank you. My main fa bako ewa hanomo and so mefa nipa be se mienu miensa na we ya no na fe ya to aso sa Udino Zuboy. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, as you mentioned, my real name is Zubair Ali, but as part of my nickname, I slant it to make people not to know my real name. You know this kind of thing. Okay, my question is, I put an application through my child as an indefinite here, which he came under his grandfather, but when he got the papers or the residence, it's my surname attached to his name. So on the face of the card is my son's and my name. That is Baba Ali Zubairu. So I put an application on the family route. I want to know how long does it take to oh my God.
I think the line
your line dropped a little bit. You can you can complete your question for us. How long
again? Yeah, how long does it take to for me to get my residence?
Okay. All right, thank you. Now currently it's taken 8 months. It's taken up to 8 months. It can go beyond that. It was 11 months during the peak of the COVID, and it came down to 10 months, and now we are on 8 months. So The Home Office says, if you go to the Home Office website right now and you enter decision-making times, it will come up for you that applications under the parent route, 10 years or 5 years, is taken up to 8 months for you to get a decision. And then they added that there are some occasions on which it might take longer if they have to carry out further checks. So give yourself at least 8 months. The decision will come to you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
You're welcome. Lawyer, if somebody applies to come to the UK, either student route, care worker, skill, whatever visa, who can the person come as their dependent?
Your spouse, husband and wife, children are your dependents. Husband, wife, children are your dependents. These are people are classified as dependents.
Intimi family ba emba say oh you me dependent or no na me na me hweno or something.
They be on other family member. They are classified with other OTHER, other family members. So they don't come as your dependents.
All right. Sunny, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. My name is Sani Kachek and I'm calling from Italy. And mine is not a question, just a request. I want to ask if lawyer can give us his contact, so I may need a professional assistant from him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lawyer,
thank you. I think Nana will also put it on the platform so you could
Okay.
you put the office number and my mobile number on the platform so you can access it, please.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's move on to Daniel. Daniel, please unmute yourself and ask your question. After Daniel, we'll go to Yvonne.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I can ask second question. But I'll be waiting.
You can ask. Let's move on to other people. Giving you the chance to ask a question earlier on. So let's move on to other.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah,
Hello?
I'll come back to you later on if you are so around.
Okay.
All right, let's go on to Daniel.
Yeah, please. I want to ask a question. I've got 4 kids here in UK. They are all under 5, and then currently the last one is, let's say, 4 months. He's got a hole in heart, which needs to do a surgery. And myself and my wife. Now my wife is with the child in the hospital. So currently myself and the 3 kids are living together. I'm struggling to go to work. So I want to know, is there any application that I can do for my mother-in-law in Ghana to come and then assist us in looking after the case, but I can also go to work?
Oh, thank you. It's a good question. I get these questions quite often. Unfortunately, you cannot apply for your mother-in-law to come and look after the children. No. But you may apply for your mother-in-law to come and visit you to see how you are faring. Because once you say to come and look after the children, that is work, whether paid or unpaid. Under Appendix V, V stands for visit. Any visitor in the UK is not supposed to work, paid or unpaid. So yes, you can apply for your mom-in-law to come and visit, to see the family, to be with you, to just have emotional bonding with the children, etc., but not to look after the children. If you say to look after the children straight away, if I am the one making the decision, I'll refuse it because the guideline says it's not supposed to come.
Okay, so before then, I think I've got 5 years now, and which I'm due for the indefinite. I've already put in the application for the indefinite. So in that case, the green light is still set for me to do that application.
Are you an EU national family member?
A family member of an EU.
Well, then you don't have a problem. Because you didn't clarify, I was looking at this in the case of somebody who is under the immigration rules. Now, the EU nationals have a different rule altogether.
Okay.
Different rule. EU nationals, you can still bring your family members to the UK. The only people you cannot bring are your extended family members, brothers, sisters, uncles, nieces, nephews. You can't bring them. But your mother, your mother-in-law, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, they are all direct family members. So if you can prove that your wife, who is the EU national, is the one who
No. My wife is not the EU national. My wife is also like my mom is the EU national, and then my wife came through my mom as a sponsor.
So your mother is the EU national?
Yes, please.
And your wife came through your mother?
As a sponsor, yeah.
As a sponsor?
Yes, please.
Well, if you can show that link, if you can show the link, it's all about showing the link. But it appears to me that your mother will be regarded as an extended family because it's not your direct. Your mother-in-law, your wife's mother is not connected to your mother. It becomes difficult because they may want to see some familiar link in terms of connectivity. It becomes more difficult. But I would say, if that is the case, go down the route of the visit visa. It's also quite difficult, but she has to prove that when she comes, or if she comes, she will go back. Again, that is the first question they will ask. Because Ghanaians have become notorious. We've been noted that when we come, we don't go back. Statistics, they have it, and they always produce it that when we come, we don't go back. And because of that, it's becoming very difficult for them to grant visit visas to our people these days. But that is not to say you cannot proceed with it. You can. But tell yourself it's 50-50. But if you also need help, call on the social services. I'm sure they'll be able to support you in terms of childcare. Yeah?
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Then I'm here.
Let's pick another one. Yvonne, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
So I'm trying to apply for naturalization, but I don't know if it's possible for me to apply or because I have been here in the UK for 4 years, 5 months. Yeah, but when I came here with indefinite. But at that time, my mom wasn't a British, but now she's a British, but I'm over 18. So I don't know if it's possible for me to apply.
Oh, right. Yes, you came with indefinite leave to enter, right?
Yeah.
And now you are over 18 years.
Yeah.
You will do 5 years. So if you've been here for 4 years, 5 months, you have, let's say, how many months to go?
5 months.
7 more months to go. And then you do 5 years in the UK, and then you can go for your indefinite, for your British citizenship. Don't do it now. If you do it now, they'll refuse you. They'll take your money for nothing.
Okay, thank you.
You've been able to wait for 4 years, 5 months. Just wait for the next 7 months, and then you'll be fine, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Have you done the life in the UK test?
Yeah, I did it. That was 2021.
Very good. How about the B1?
Is it the English one?
Yes, unless you have a degree.
No, because when I came here, I started, level 1. So I have the English exams, everything.
Okay, just cross-check and make sure you have the right one, please. Yes?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Yvonne. This one is also asking, he want to apply for a visa, and his cousin who lives in the UK want to sponsor him, but she doesn't want to put the money into the student's account in Ghana, but she want to use her statement here in the UK to apply as a sponsor for his or her brother to come in. Is it something that is possible?
The sponsor must be a parent or the applicant themselves. It has to be a parent or the applicant. Uncles, nieces, aunties may be an issue. So it's either the money is in the parent's account or the student's account. So they have to decide which way to go to have a successful outcome with that. Yes.
All right, cool. Let's move on. This one is also asking, can a dependent of a student switch to skilled worker visa?
Yes, a dependent can switch. Right now, the target is the students cannot switch, but that doesn't prevent the dependent from switching. They haven't said anything about dependent switching. So yes, as it stands right now, we are reading what is written and what is not written. And what is not written is that they haven't said dependents cannot switch. And therefore, yes, dependents can switch. But the students themselves can only switch after they finish their course successfully.
Let's move on to Nana and Michaela. Nana, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, lawyer.
Good evening, sir.
Please, I sent my message earlier on. I'm the one who used my dad's bank statement from the US,
Right.
and my visa got denied. My dad contacted his bank, and the embassy didn't send any email or they didn't even call to authenticate the statement, and they just denied my application outright.
Yeah.
And now I'm applying to a different school. I got my admission and got my pass. And now I'm using my own statement, my own bank statement.
Yeah.
I wanted to know the chances of me getting my visa approved, if they are not going to query why I even changed my school. Because the previous school is now asking me to pay 100% tuition fee before they even issue my CAS. That was why I changed my school to a different school.
I mean, of course, there shouldn't be any question about switching or changing school. If you couldn't go for that school and you're going for another one, I don't see any problems with that. But my advice to you will be that in your new application, it will be advisable if you can make a little note. Or sometimes on the application form, they ask you, is there any additional information you can input there? If I happen to be in your situation, I will say, yes, I have enclosed a statement from the bank, etc., etc. If you have any concerns, can you please liaise with the bank on their details as found on their letterhead or headed paper, this and that and that. At least you prompted them. Them. Yes, then they can do the right thing. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes, the checks, no, refuse it. But if you bring it to their attention, the caseworker will sit up and do the correct checks before they make a decision. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, bro.
All right.
All right. Let's move on
Can I
to
ask my
Michaela.
second question, please?
I have other people. I've given you one chance, so let's give our other people a chance, and afterwards I'll try and come back to you.
I should have done the follow-up question, but it didn't come to me. That's why I want to do it at a go, because I should have done it as other people
Yeah.
did.
I know there are other people. Other people are also having other questions. So you can take lawyer's number, and if you have any other follow-up, he will definitely be happy to assist you. Let's move on to Michaela. Michaela, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, lawyer.
Good evening, Michaela.
Please, I'm currently in the process of doing a spousal visa to bring my husband here. Mm-hmm. I just have a concern. I was only able to go to Ghana twice last year before we had the wedding this April. We were advised to provide my flight itineraries, but I think one of the flights I had, I couldn't go because of COVID. And so I just wanted to know if it's still advisable to attach the flight itineraries where I couldn't go, or whether I should just leave it as the 2 times that I was able to go back.
Or just use the 2 times you were able to go. And you can explain that you were to travel to see him again on XYZ date, but you couldn't travel because of, you can put a reason. But the twice to me is a lot of time. People have been there once and come back, and the families do the marriage on their behalf. So if you've been there twice, I think that is not bad at all.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. But I would advise you to, if you went there with a visa, maybe a Ghana visa, then you can take copy of the stamps of the visa page and attach it to the supporting documents as well.
I went with a Ghana passport, but I think one of my trips I actually extended my stay
in Ghana. So yeah, that's fine. You can add all of that.
Okay.
If you whatever time you spent within pictures and everything, you can add all of it to the as part of the documents. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you too. Let's move on. This one there, Fachemiwate. Your name spelled KIVETA, iPhone. But you unmute yourself and ask your question. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, that's me.
Help me. What's your name? How do you pronounce your name? Hi.
Yeah, my husband is asking a question on my behalf. Kiveta.
Hello. Yeah, good
pronounce
evening.
The name again.
Yeah, the name is Kiveta.
Okay.
Sorry. Good evening, lawyer.
Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, basically, I just want to ask a question. I'm an EU citizen with an EU passport, but my wife is on a skilled work visa in the UK. And then since they left the European Union, I just want to ask, what will be the exact routes, the most important routes that I'm going to use in order to join my wife here? At the moment, I'm in the UK, but I'm here on a visit. Obviously, it's for a visit for not more than 6 months, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm able to come and visit her, but I just want to join her permanently. So I just want to know the right route that I'm going to use. Whether should I go back to my EU country and apply from there, or I can apply. I do the application inside. I just want to have your take on that.
All right, thank you. When did you marry?
Basically, we got married in Ghana in 2020. So she came on a student visa, and now she's completed her education, and she's now switched to the skilled working visa. And I live outside the UK in Italy.
All right. Your best bet, if you're on a visit visa, you cannot marry in the UK.
Okay.
That is not an option. So if you go to Appendix V stands for visit, you should not marry in the UK. Otherwise, that will breach the conditions that are to your
But basically we got married in Ghana. So obviously I'm just thinking about joining her permanently in the UK.
That's fine.
Yeah. But I use an EU passport. So I'm here on like I can just move. My freedom of movement is very easy without visa.
All right. So what you do then is, if you want to join her, you have an EU passport, but you didn't come to register. You didn't get a preset.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Okay. So you are in the same category as anybody else from any country. Okay. You can come and visit, but you can go back. Now you can go out and then apply from the EU country where you are as a dependent and come enjoy her here in the UK. Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay.
Whilst you are on the visit visa as a EU national with a EU passport, you cannot marry in the UK. That would be a breach of the conditions under which you are.
Oh, okay. Okay. And can I know the amount of application fee? Is it for the we're on a skilled worker?
Yeah, the skilled worker is not as high as the normal standard visa spouse one. The spouse one, I can tell you offhand, that's about £1,590. Okay. And then the IHS is about $1,999, which is about almost £2,000. So you're looking about 3,600 in total. But the dependent is less than that. It's a little less. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That will be for now. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay. Cheers, mate.
All right. Let's move on.
Can I ask you, because one person asked 3 questions, but I should have asked my last question so that.
Derek A, please, can you unmute yourself and ask your question.
You can send me your question. I can respond to it after the program. I think there's a gentleman who is concerned about it. So you can text it, WhatsApp me, and I'll respond to it afterwards. Yes?
Oh, me.
Derek,
lawyer.
yes. Derek, go ahead and ask your question, Derek.
Hello, lawyer. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For the information you've provided so far. I have a question. So I am a UK Ghanaian. I was born and raised here and all that. My spouse is in Ghana. And I want to understand, first of all, if I was to apply for a standard visitor's visa for her, is that as stringent as the family visa? First of all.
Okay. The standard visit visa is categorized as family visa, tourist visa, and other categories. The requirements will be the same. The factors they will use to determine whether it should be granted or not will be the same. The number one question they ask is, would the person go back? Will the person go back? What shows they will go back? What are they doing back home? Are they employed? If they are, how much do they earn? If they earn so much, how much do they spend a month? How much is left over? What is their savings? The money is going to the account. What is the source of the money? Is it just some money they just go and dump in their account to show that they have a lot of money? They want to know the source of all the money in and out. If the person a self-employed person, how much do they earn? How long has the business been going on? They want to establish that there is something that will make the person go back.
Sure. Okay.
If you cannot prove that, the caseworker will refuse the application. But if you can establish that strong enough that, look, this person is not going to be in this country for any reason, you just want to come and visit and go back, then it's all down to persuading the caseworker to make a decision on the application.
Okay. Yeah, that's thank you. Just a quick follow-up to that one. So is it advisable for their documents to be changed so that their surname is now my surname now that we are married, before doing an application for the visa, or does it not really make a difference?
It doesn't really matter. The marriage certificate is enough to show that you are a couple. You must be very rich for your wife to want to take your name on, because some women don't like taking their husband. They don't have a lot of money.
I'm doing okay. All right. Thank you, Lawyer.
You're welcome, my brother.
All right. Let's move on. Yeah, we are moving on. All right. My next one, your name spelled PIANISTV. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, lawyer and OT. Thanks for this program. You are doing. It's hard to come by some of these information in the legit way. But my question is, I've been in the UK for a while. Maybe visa no, maybe as family permit, maybe with family permit visa. But yeah, my wife is European, and I wanted to find out: is there any way I can bring my sisters in? Because they are healthcare professionals as well. Now, so say with this healthcare route, people are making huge sums of money, like 6K, 12K near the day. We can't afford that. We wanted to find out if there's any way we can get them in. Is that possible? Thank you.
Well, whichever amounts people you are talking about, I am not privy to that. So I can't speak to that. But what I can say is, yes, there are options. If they want to come as a student, of course, they can always come as a student. If they want to apply directly to the employers, you could always search for an employer, a legitimate employer who would offer them the certificate of sponsorship, and then they can come and work without having to go through anybody who would want to take any advantage of them. There are a lot of institutions. Sometimes people can apply directly to the NHS. If the NHS is offering you a job directly, there are no middlemen. So I would say let them explore that options as well, please. Yes?
Okay. But Miankasa, as a resident here, I can't bring any of them.
No. From the 31st of December 2020, when the UK left the EU, all extended family members have been cut off. So your brothers, sisters, uncles, nephews, nieces, they've all been cut off. Only direct family members still remain. So you, your children, your children's children can still come, but not sisters, brothers, and etc. They've been cut off from the rules. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. But your with major contacts now, we'll find out how to explore some of these avenues. Thank you for the good job.
Yeah,
all right.
But you'll say,
the lawyer contact details, but to chat in the you can pick and call lawyer. But before that, I want to go back to my producer. Na obi ebusa se tap send saying na obi timiaye na ode ne ID details uploaded on the app. Producer, if that video is ready, Bomami says here, we'll come back and pick all the questions. Questions to chat room many as possible at the lawyer contact details I'll put in the chat room right now. Producer, if you are there, Pacho, I'm ready for you.
Yamawa kwa baba tap send so. Tap send mawa kwinya mawa mani wadro forward pibrim ni approach my na wadra wumrekra. What tap send so de usika Bible hiya empower. And nunti na yadi share kakra to wa ebebwa ama yabo account no hobai. Mia offer trust to say verification needed. Let's sign Mia upload ID no so. Afe show phone no so. Nenya ID card kra o pesa yen saka no so. Ebetumi your passport, driver's license, work permit, and then po national ID. Wobia, so ID card ni tra any monophony. Se wobia, mia baby I watch us to say submit photo. Dami wo ID card no ni tra a training so. Se wo phone ni na wa. Ubetumi assign a training view. Afin, sign me a submit photo. Afe, you be here one kasa phone. Way bebwa my will say, phone ni wo ID card no, ayepe, mia ofa ya trust to say, take selfie no so. She say, Ubecha ama winning na apenu. Wubia, mia baby I trust to say, upload. Ebebwa ama yensa account phone. Why are they? What to me is to say me shitty so way up. So tap send home send me one. Call your website no so. And now friend customer support team no. Yeah that's it. Yeah mawa kwa baba tap send so. Tap send mawa kwinya mawa mani wadro forward pibrim ni approach my na wadra wumrekra. What tap send so de usika Bible hiya empower. And nunti na yadi share kakra to wa ebebwa ama yabo account no hobai. Mia offer trust to say verification needed. Let's sign Mia upload ID no so. Afe show phone no so. Nenya ID card kra o pesa yen saka no so. Ebetumi your passport, driver's license, work permit, and then po national ID. Wobia, so ID card ni tra any monophony. Se wobia, mia baby I watch us to say submit photo. Sani wo ID card no ni cha training so. So wo phone ni na wa. Wo betumi asan e twa ne bio. Afei, sign me a submit photo. Afei, you be here one kasa phone. We be boa ma ye say, phone ni wo ID card no, eyepe, mia ofa ya trust to say, take selfie no so. She say, wo betwa ama weni nyina apenu. Wo bia, mia baby ya trust to say, upload. Ebe boa ama yensa account phone. Dear, what to me is to saying, you know. Meet shitty so way up well. So, open tap send home sending one. Call your website, no so. And now, fraying customer support team, no. Yeah, that's it.
Yo, I was here for better munyina ase se munya ebre na mo etwen ye. Kwanya obefa so obetimi upload wo ID on Tata Send app say a prompt to say upload your idea and no pepe ehun video and your boy no. In the course of the programs and you be in mesign abo bi na wahwe na call app no. So a very simple and easy on top of your app top left corner of your app, no be 3 lines be or click also. Ube so catch say upload your ID. Click on upload your ID. Then ID kwa no upload it. No one picture. It's very simple, easy, straightforward, and it's very secure. So me instructor. Yo, lawyer yenko na yenfa other people or more moments. So I'll also try my best to read few of the questions are a chat room on and so at the amount. Yanko kwajo upon if you kwajo upon Zuboy. Kwajo upon. Unmute yourself and ask your question. Kweku upon, sorry, kweku upon.
Yo, Nana, I must be say as Ghanaians. Media me baha de amen kabro yana me catch because many just me the tribus awesome.
Simple.
Yo, lawyer, media masem busa akran say medemia kasa me case na to any other last week I trust me free office no but obi an respond me so my tat kakrentement me as am free bi but me say me book appointment na ba. Yeah, me baha as a student like I said earlier on last week. Me basono me de obi ba has me dependent. Actually when you me yere ba unim Ghana for 1 year since now said me do become home. Nti me ni corporation ma e nyeti me buy. Me buy some nyame matima cost care work and so. The am plan is emle di animo no. My family me yere ene member aba. Nti the question is I was me twa enkrata na me no ewo marriage wo home office ni. Na me twa mo ono as a dependent no.
Kwaku.
Eja.
Wait. Fache me say me twa so. Kwaku fache me say me twa so. So question for a lawyer. For a lawyer. Why?
Me pacho mate. That's it.
Aye. Ejuma we yeti ase. Enye ni nyina na ebetimi adi wonko ma ha ekwan ho. So they say. Zuboy, pacho, unmute yourself and ask a question.
Okay, my question was how can I use my child indefinite leave to remain to bring my wife or his mother because I've missed her a lot.
What do you have? So, what visa do you have?
Oh, me, like I told you earlier, I don't have anything. I just apply through my son now, but I just want to know if we can use our son to bring her.
Is the child her child as well?
Yes. I have the DNA, everything.
All right. Now, there is a provision that allows for a parent of a British citizen child in the UK. But in your case, you say your child has indefinite leave to remain, right?
Yes, under EU.
Under EU.
Yeah.
Based on who? Is it the grandmother or who?
No, he is granddad.
The child got indefinite through the granddad. Okay.
Yes.
What you can do is, if you can apply for the British citizenship for the child was born in the UK, right?
No. He came from Africa.
Okay, so that
2019.
will be Section 1(3) of the British Nationality Act of 1981. You have to justify the reason why the child should be registered as a British. It is going to be difficult because you yourself, you are not settled and you are not applying at the same time. That is a purely discretionary application. The government of the citizenship, they may refuse it. The chances that it will refuse are very high. So it becomes, because you don't have settlement, you are not able, you can apply for your 2.5 based on your child. But for you to bring your spouse, when you are on 2.5 years, it is not possible. You have to have your indefinite before you can as a spouse to join you here. Unfortunately, she may have to try a visit visa application. Once she enters, then she can explore other options on the basis that her child is having indefinite leave to remain. The law allows that, then she could possibly apply for leave to remain. So maybe, just maybe, a visit visa application may be the option for her right now.
Okay, how do I do the visiting visa too? Because I don't have the means to do. Where do I get that to do? Or how do I do now?
The visit visa application, all you do is go online and enter visit visa application. It will give you the link. It's not about just completing the form. It's about providing the documents or the evidence that will convince them that she will go back. Now, if you were the case worker, or if you happen to be a case worker, and somebody is coming to visit the child that is in the UK and the partner that is in the UK, if you happen to be a case worker, do you think she will go back?
No, she will not go back because already it is that the father is here, but there's a problem with the father, so we've cut off the link. So now my wife and the child.
Zuboy, sorry, I'm not cutting you. I personally understand your situation. It's a but looking at your case, it will be better for you to call a lawyer.
It's best we meet one-on-one to discuss this.
Okay. All right. Okay. Where should I get your number? Then I can pick it up.
It's in the chat room. It's the mobile number is 079.
Okay.
31. 411.
Okay.
042.
All right.
The office number is 0208.
0208
0165
0165
384.
384. All right.
Bridget has put it on the platform so you could access it.
Okay. God willing, I will call one-on-one to have.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Looking at the way I feel, you need to lawyer no more. What? Yes, sir.
Matthias, right away.
Please do that. Right.
Lawyer, asking when's the best time to call me on my mobile. You can always call the office number from 9:30 till 6. I'm here. So call. And the mobile number, you can just drop me a message. Sometimes we are so busy, people in front of me, so it's ideally not right to take calls if there's somebody. But if you take a missed call, I will always try to return it.
Yeah. So I use reference Zuboy for you to remember quick. Zuboy.
And please add tap to it.
I used to send tap. Yes, tap. I used to send. My name is there.
Zuboy, you want to send me the message? Add tap.
I hear. Okay.
Then I know that this is the medium on which we met.
I hear. Right. Okay. Very well. Noted.
Let's move on.
Thank you.
Lawyer, this one is saying, please, I have 2.5 years 2.5 years residence, depending on my
Auntie Joyce.
Lawyer, let's move on to this question. Please, I have 2.5 residents, depending on my son. Can I bring my 14-year-old in Ghana to UK?
Yes, you can bring your 14-year-old child in Ghana to the UK under Appendix FM Section ECC of the immigration rules, which means that the C stands for child, but you have to prove that you have sole responsibility. That is, you, the parent here, you are the person who makes all the major and important decisions about the child's life. Feeding, education, medical needs, friends, church, every aspect. Although you are not there to take the child to school every day, yet when it comes to making the major decisions about the child's life, you have the final say. That is what we call sole responsibility. That application, like I said, will be made under Appendix FM Section EC-C of the immigration rules. I can assure you the requirements are high, but if you do it well and you can prove that the other parent is not involved in the child's life. I mean,
I got married.
Can I go on?
You can go on, lawyer.
Okay. So Abofani wani mami nchen I know wani papa nchen. There is no way over me I can me say, "Wow, you make the decision." That's not true. Is that my line?
Lawyer, go on.
All right, thank you. Okay, so Abofani wani mami nchen anani papa nchen wow. Work room and one to me can me say, we a papa wa ha. Now so Abofani wani mami nchen say Abofani ntiapo una we major decision. Abofani be close to una we major decision. Abofani e kwasori una we major decision. David, the mami a one in channel, anani papa Abofani one in channel. Onu na major decision. And she Abofani wani mami anani papa nchen you would never succeed on so responsibility. You would never. But ebi Abofani wo busu ani bi nchen. Who papa nchen, ana wo maame nchen, ana wo nua bi nchen a hono and obet me actually say, ne maame de onye involved in the child's life at all. Anani papa is not involved in the child's life at all. On that basis, you have a stronger ground to prove so responsibility. Ebeji letter from school, letter from church, letter from the hospital, letter from the private school teachers. Yeah, and your templates are ye dibe ma no ahwe so. Send ye pen no mo ye ni saa. Ana omuanka samu dani kakra na aye solid na yes application. But ufa paper keke na uchrosu na udikwa, it will be refused. But it is possible, very, very possible to bring your child that is in the UK, that is in Ghana, to join the parenting. I'll tell you something. But could be I may have 5 children. On my application as dependents. And a home office for children say, I'm going to go letter MP and Mufrani Papa and Cheng. I said, well, police is almost too quiet. I'm going to letters Nico and I'm now so the refuses say you don't have so responsibility because the father has given consent. It means that the father has got some influence in the children's life. They base the refusal on that. It's a trick question. You have to be careful how to respond to these things. Otherwise, we'll say a case.
It's a trick question. Make a story be actual later on, but lawyer, the way I DNA corner, mefa 3 questions at a time. Into please note it down. Me who's watch your time. And che de jumedi ni bebe. My main try na mefa and I mean franco. Yemfa C, Lawrence and Elvis. Starting with C. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. C. Do you still have C there? Please see or meet yourself. Yes. But you to me was our question.
Okay. My cultural lawyer, the family member of an EU citizen. Now, let me pretend that investment. That's my 4th year. By your earlier submission, now also so to our pre-sector, I'll be a do kunaba. Na mpɛsɛ mbisa sɛ yɛn dependent no yɛ qualifier and I say for the EU citizens don't pre-settled. And I say you qualify, so do we need to satisfy the 18,600?
Oh, thank you. Good question. Unfortunately, we won't qualify. It's only the EU national are or no pre-settled no. Or no pet and a bet to me akɔfa ne yere anane kunu aba. Who are we a family member of the EU national? You have to wait until you get your settlement, your indefinite ansana, which me I application man who can for set of the which are 4 years into a 1 year. Catching set on the moon to empire tray of pet and JBR whoever final. Why?
Let's move on to Lawrence. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. And after that, Elvis. Entry.
Nana, Sana Mukano, on the moon so tray of Pesana, correct, Namankani.
No.
That's it.
No, lawyer.
That's it.
Okay, thank you, lawyer. My problem is I came in as a visitor, but
you don't have a problem. It's a challenge, please.
Yeah, I now have a pre-settled status.
Okay.
Which I got in 2020, but I entered in 2018.
Okay.
I want to know the 5 years that I'm given. Is it calculated from the day that I entered, or from the day that I got married, or from the day that I got my pre-settled card? That's the question.
All right. Lawyer, can I add one more to it before you answer him? Elvis Entry. Elvis, please unmute yourself and answer.
Please. Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, lawyer and boss, I will thank you very much for this platform. I'm much, like I said, I've always tried to join, but to me, and today, I thank God I've been able to join. Please, lawyer, I have a small question for you. It's about, I'm a British citizen, right? But I would say I was married and I've divorced. I have 3 kids and they are with the mom. I'm so paying everything, including the rent, the kids' fees, and every month I send money, everything about the kids, I take care of it. But about what you said regarding about responsibilities and also how you can bring them, I want to ask will I fall apart in any way if I'm to bring them in?
Did you get a British citizenship before they were born?
Yes, I was UE and I came in and now have turned to become a British citizen.
So you were British before the children were born, or they were born before you came to the UK?
They were born before I came to the UK.
Okay, and are they still with their mother?
Yes, but then, like I said, I pay everything, including their rent and everything I pay.
Yeah, so responsibility goes more than money only.
Okay. Yeah, because I get that based by what you said. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And then say, I'm
yeah.
They're not coming anytime soon. They're not coming.
Oh my days.
Yes. And non now. We say some of these things, they put a law there, but it's a very, very tricky thing. And non say majority of Niamen say Abufrano, Sikana omudi money. Sem enhwe mofra no efa ebusiamni fufro na akọ bebi aseseko
okay
kana efa ebia wo sister so ekyeresa emofra no wo sister ho amunne amumame enten nyame kan so tiase.
Yeah, because I've done that over if I must say about 6 to 7 years so now I'm in a 6 year.
Come, let's talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've written your number though, so I will give you a ring then.
Please give me a ring. I have a ring on my finger though, but give me a call.
I'll give you a call. All right. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I appreciate it. Have a good evening.
You too.
Okay.
And so somebody asked a question about he came in 2018. He wants to know when his 5 years started. Was it when he entered, when he married, or when he was granted? I think so.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, did you come in as a visitor or as a family member of an EU national?
As a visitor.
Okay. When did you marry?
2019.
You married an EU national, right?
Yes.
And when were you given the 5-year EU settlement scheme?
2020.
Your 5 years starts from the day you married. That is the day you became the family member of the EU national. You were given the leave to or the residence card or the pre-settle in 2020, but we are counting from the day you became a family member, and that is the date you got married. 5 years starts from that date, not from the date you were issued. Okay?
All right. So by next year, I'm due for the
indefinite leave to remain, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Fatima Bacho, unmute yourself and ask your question. Fatima.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity.
You are welcome.
I'm due for indefinite. I've done my life in the UK test, but I've done my GCSE as a matured student, like a private student. Can I use that instead of the B1, or do I have to still write the B1?
Is it regarded as equivalent or equal to or higher than the B1 where the certificate you have?
It was GCSE higher level. That's what I did.
I think it should be okay, but you may call me later. I'll go on the system and there's a comparability we do. If it is of the same level, then you'll be fine. Otherwise, I would say you pay £150, you get a B1 done, and once and for all, you are fine to go.
Okay, thank you. Can I ask why not? I'm allowed just one question, yeah. But and you were talking about the construction visas.
Yeah.
What kind of jobs are under, or shall I text you later on?
No, I can answer that.
Yeah.
We have carpenters, we have roof tilers, we have bricklayers, we have masons, we have dry liners, we have electricians, anybody of any trade that comes within the construction industry that has to do with construction, building, etc., they all come within the catchment of the construction industry.
And do they need to have a degree, or sometimes like back in Ghana, like they do like training and all sorts, but does it have to be a degree?
No. Thankfully, there is no requirement for a degree or anything. Once they can show that they have the trade in that area, there is no high school, PhD or HND or degree that's back in that area. I mean, how many people would want to go and do degree and want to become bricklayers?
None.
Yeah, so obviously, they've lowered the bar for the construction workers, very low bar.
And which website can I go to see if I can get I don't know what process to go through.
The process, you have to, first of all, you have to have a sponsorship license from the Home Office. A sponsorship license from the Home Office. So if, assuming you are a construction worker, you have a company, okay? Assuming you have a company that recruits construction workers, you have to register with the Home Office and get the license, sponsorship license. Then you can issue certificate of sponsorship to recruit people from outside the UK. So the first point is apply to the Home Office for the sponsorship license before you can bring somebody in. And you have to justify why you cannot get people in the UK, but you need to bring people from outside.
All right.
So,
thank you so much.
In this case, if I'm in Ghana, I'm I do construction work, maybe a bricklayer, carpenter, and I want to apply through this route. What do I need to do?
Number one, get an employer that has a license, sponsorship license, as a construction worker. You live with him, send your skills, everything to him. Once they assess you, they are satisfied that you can do the work, and they can get the kind of tool you have in the UK, they can then proceed. Home Office, they'll issue the COS, you apply for your visa, you come and work in the UK. Get the employer first.
I am a PhD student. I want to apply for my partner, my spouse, to join me in the UK. How long does it take, and what do I need to do?
To join you in the UK, PhD students, dependents, tier 2 workers, their visas don't take very long at all. Sometimes within 10 days, sometimes within a week, 2, 3 weeks. Majority of the time is under 1 month. It doesn't take very long at all. What do you need? You need to prove that you are able to support yourself and your support sponsor, your wife or your partner. There's a threshold of financial need you need to meet. You can go online and check for that. Go to .gov.uk. Student dependent, the financial requirement is to give it to you. You can make sure you have that amount in your account for the required period of time. You can apply for them. They will join you here in the UK.
Or still, they can contact a lawyer who can help them. Yanko Kujo, if you could, Nanaya, Kujo, unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Okay, please, my question is, if you're already in the UK, okay, this is Kujo talking. If you're already in the UK as an international student and you have about 4 months to finish your course, can you still bring your unmarried partner as your dependent?
That becomes very difficult. Unmarried partners become very difficult because you're supposed to prove you've lived together for 2 years. Remember, you've been here probably away for a year or more. It becomes difficult for you to bring your unmarried partner. Better if you want to get married and then apply for them to join you.
So if I need to get married, I have to go back to Ghana, isn't it?
You don't have to go to Ghana. You can do the customary marriage. If Ghanaian proxy marriage is acceptable form of marriage under the provision of the case of CV Brazil, the case of Yaote and Kwe, the case of McCabe and McCabe, all these cases show that Ghanaian customary marriages are acceptable in the UK. However, if you don't want a Home Office officer who doesn't understand the Ghanaian law, proxy law, to decide your application for Ghana, for Wari, where the certificate no, CAP 127, the certificate no, was signed, pictures, more register, sign for certificate brand, the application. You are on.
This one, she's my girlfriend. We have pictures together. We've been there for long. She's even staying with my parents. So
yeah, but I can't marry certificate, Nancy.
Oh, okay. And I also want to find out. So, if let's say you are on a post-study work visa after your studies, you're on a PSW visa, can you still bring your dependents?
I think the post-study work dependents can still bring their dependents. I will check for you. I can confirm that next week for you. Yeah.
Okay. So within the 4 months, it's okay. You can.
But remember, I said 4 months now. I cannot. And one now, no.
Okay, no problem. Just want to see my girlfriend.
Yes,
all right.
So even if you have less than 4 months, it's possible, isn't it?
Anything is possible, but just remember, the shorter the time, the more difficult.
Yes. It's kind of questionable. You're already conflicting. Why are you bringing your?
Always. This is the trick. Always put yourself in the position of the decision maker and ask yourself, if I was the one making the decision, how would I consider this application?
Oh, okay. That's absolutely nice. All right. Thank you very much.
I'm saying, yeah, Maunya and TSA as hybrid, America, especially Texas, tap send. I could do on ama. I'm no say cry. Nipa do drona send or more and now for any munia. No more message. I'm on my download the America. If you are still on the line now, or tap send account, go to your account or referral code on your app or call the top of the app on the left hand side or click it. So we will say bottom hono one gaza referral code or honomo. Fama uniano na on fan download the or the download there. Ubenya wherever that you are. If you are in the UK, Europe, £5 or €5, but if you are in America, ubenya $10. Union or yusu ya ubenya $10 and €5 or £5. Intimate, take this advantage. Whilst you are encouraging your friends and family members to download the app, no, now also unya bibi edi efrimu. Intimate, mombo modena mon kai omo say, omo use more referral code no omo fan download it. Tap send. Sabra Minoka said the Aka just one state per now everywhere in America we are there. Yo, and the Bomodiana refer your friends and family members. Lawyer, but your catch your wife non-download it tap send or America.
Tap grab it down.
Or the data. Yo, Mami fa Nanaya. Nanaya, I'll meet yourself now. Foul question, bro. Say Nanaya and Timmy has the idea corner the say Jumedi no lawyer. As
I'll come next and finish with the rest of the question.
Tata the weekly na ye order a show into no ask the lawyer. It should be a weekly. We have to discuss that. Yo, Nanaya, or meet yourself and ask a question. Nanaya, Emza Wada.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hello, lawyer. Yeah, but your friend Yusuf. Now my question is me ba school and my we this year and me work post study 2 years. And I'm my partner for 1 year. And you can person ne mother ebana obebuano because doctors na my say so many cesarean. The first child and so many cesarean na say we are or me pa untini bia. The this time around I'm person me use and na ka my mother bana obe assisting or name ebri. I'm person me how I want sensitive.
Yes. And you have to visit visa ama ne mother on my restaurant. But just remember sir as a so you need to do your homework very well. At the end, it's about a one account. You can if you have a photo account, yes, you must need a photo account. If you take them, this comes of speakers say, yeah, who statement and I'm to an account. At the end of you need to show some strong ties back home and Sana over to me. I successful. So yes,
okay.
Visa form.
All right. That's it. Now follow-up question. So, Mpacho, as you see, I know, say will be by when we dependent, there will be so no wow, but Nipana one any say you know yeah EU or one residence. And the true Akwala, how long did it take you before my meno enya?
Well, sir, Akosia any Jones, the Akosia by us independent, not the Binti, Akos, and me and Jones. Only Joseph, Anna Andrew, well, the law says the father of the child is the woman to whom the mother is the man to whom the mother is married at the time of the child's birth. And see, Jones will still be the father of the child as long as the woman remains married to him. But if the marriage broke down before she gives birth, then the child will be the other person's child. If the man is the other person's child and he is indefinite leave holder or is a British citizen, then it is possible that the child becomes a British citizen. Upon a British citizen, and they switching application from dependent to a parent, 2.5 years, 2.5 years, 5 years, indefinitely, 1 year British citizenship. So that is how the law under Appendix F from Section LTRPT of the Immigration Rules 1.1 onwards. Akaho and for the application.
Okay, but now worry you like Ushiano Norma.
It doesn't matter. As long as the child's father is settled, the child will be British, and once the child becomes British, the mother can always make the application based on the child that is a citizen.
All right. Thank you very much.
I'm saying legal input because apart from the law that I mentioned, you have to make submissions under Section 55 of the Border Citizenship and Immigration Act 2009, you have to make submissions under Article 8. Yes, under the case of MK India, you have to make submissions about certain areas that will tie the Home Office to the child and the mother, that it shouldn't be separated. On that basis, I can assure you that the mother will get her stay in the UK and then subsequently extend then indefinite, then British citizenship. It may be 10 years or maybe 6 years, depending on which house and how you are able to navigate the rules.
Yo, lawyer, my main dane me ho quickly. Me ba me va questions me sabi na ye de sia. Ye be share another day next week na ya sign atwa. So I don't know ever ask the lawyer, because looking at how things are going, I hear yentimi and sorry and you producer the video that we just played about the how to upload your ID on TapTapSend app no patch of no minafa one ad kan na fe yensan emra back near me fa 1 or 2 questions be about lawyer for contact details to you na fe amount phone so and pick it up. After this they can contact you later.
Yamawa kwa baba TapTapSend so TapTapSend mawa kwinya maomani wadro forwe pibrim ni approach my na wadra wumrekra what TapTapSend so de usika bible hiya empower and nunti na yedi sheshe kakra to wa ebebwa ama yabo account no hobai mia offer trust say verification needed na sign mia upload ID no so afe show phone no so nenya ID card kra o pesa yensaka no so ebetumi ayo passport, driver's license, work permit and then po national ID. Obia so ID card ni nitra any monophony. Se obia mia baby I watch us to say submit photo. Dami wo ID card no nature a training so phone ni na wa wo betumi assign a training bio afin sign me a submit photo afi ye be here one kasa phone we be bo amaye wo say wo phone ni wo ID card no eyepe mia ofa ya trust say take selfie no so she say wo betwa ama wani nyina apem wo bia mia baby I trust say upload ebebwa ama yensa account phone why are they what me we is saying nyina me shitty so way abo so open TapTapSend ho se me ho a kwa your website no so ana free customer support team no yeah that's it
sugar cane sweet but your love is sweeter so below juice mixed with a little ginger oh girl I wanna be with you but you know they got enough time from me I wanna live with you I got it easy way I can let go. Yeah, you never know, so you can gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. Yeah, you never know, so you can gossip. Man, them so far to find your love. He don't wanna teen, oh yeah. Oh, sugar cane sweet, but yeah, your love is sweeter. Yeah, so below juice mixed with a little ginger. Yeah, oh girl, I wanna be you with you. But you know they got enough time for me. I wanna let go. Yeah, you never know, so you conga. Okay, you never know, so you say you conga. Man, damn, so far to find you. Me say conga, so I conga. Man, damn, baba. Hold on, show me your ticket, let me see. And let me see that woman that is sweet. I put a couple $1,000 on your breeze. I'm a the cat out, yeah. I ain't never seen this kind, babe.
Yo, Yamama Kwaba BMO Edemo Eba Jumedie Aye Freno say time with Tap Send on OT Media TV. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Meeting any nana Kwame or say to Enche Yebe wrap up na ye the Tap Send focus section on Eddie Atwaso. A honomo and our any issue with your Tap Send app. Wait to me Ako Breaker Room 1. A honomo and our customer service team or Obebwao na wa timi a resolve we issue bia. Na sabre there. I mean, a few questions, Emma lawyer, and I said, yeah, lawyer Emma Unyan and Tiana. You bet Shedana, yeah, share another day within the week. And yeah, Thursday, na yeah, they ask the lawyer Jumedino at the Abro, and no, Ubenya Quine, na Wabusa, questions in to when it comes to immigration issues here in the UK. Lawyer, yo, Messiah Emma Kwaba be, Maminfa questions me and sa, na Feminfa Unsia, na yenko. Tap Send focus section so or a year UK Europe baby na unuanom so America need to Texas and so bomodiana mom or my son to say sabra me no ka say there Tap Send and so ababedu a honomo and into your mom bomodin no mon download no muntimi news and fan send this car and koboa abusia 4 on my Ghana. Nana, please unmute yourself, Nana iPhone, and ask your question. Mifua meba prophetess ehonomo. We can't hear you. I don't know. Semina mean to there.
Okay. Maybe a PhD that we maybe a graduation, maybe visa ne betremo August. Na me pacho menya ejuma permanent work in school say me sure added, but almost person me join ansana ya can sponsorship person. Now my question is say me apply for graduate route no to help me ansana almost the sponsorship me mama makoye skilled worker no. Ana say main train so na menya letter no from school na ansana. Mako apply beyond how long it takes. They say medallion man no.
Oh, sis, I think you are better on this being on the safer side. You have to err on the side of caution. I would advise that go for the graduate visa 2 years. That secures you. And during that, don't have any offer from the university, you can always transition into that because things do happen. Recently, a similar promise was made. The person didn't switch to the graduate visa route. Last minute, the school slipped, and it caused her a big time problem.
Okay.
I would say please secure yourself by going for the graduate visa route. You have 2 years to work things out, and it's a smooth transition for you. Please.
Okay, lawyer. Thank you very much. That lawyer and Patrick graduate route a chance and a mati from home office.
In fact, decisions were made within 1 month, 3 to 4 weeks decision.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, lawyer.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Congratulations too.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nana minimo Oxford Nana.
Me Patrick me there be Coventry.
Okay.
Yo.
That's it. Yeah.
Ghana, what do you know? In 90. Anthony Kasa yet you.
Oh, what me? Pacho me that's the brain. Me Pacho, me the say. So we students now. Tier 4 visa na so. Now, who also for 5 years. If I say obinya indefinite, obit me apply for indefinite now. And back the question back question say me ma me o Canada no person bet na krom ha permanent na no so no say na ho asem so etiti allow to bit me about na that's it.
Thank you. Tier 4 we are student route now it's capped more or less at 5 years. In this we not switch you switch to another category that leads to index settlement. But if it is just 5 years as a tier 4 student, it does not lead to settlement on its own. Gone are the years where we were able to 2 years, until we got 10 years, now they are here indefinite. I mean, we were going to the school anyway. Gone are those days. They said, I'm not capping at 5 years. And since 5 years, you have to find a way of switching legitimately from one sector to another to be able to live here genuinely until you get your indefinite. Second question, your mom is Canadian. She wants to come and stay here. She can visit, but she wants to come and stay. It's either she's coming as a tier 2 worker or a warrior. That's a different thing. A warrior and tier 2. Besides that, she can come visit, but she will be required to go back. If she wants to settle, then she has to come in one of the settlement categories.
Okay.
Yeah, last minute.
Anthony, that's the uncle prophetess, a honomo. Prophetess, and you may share income, the uncle, yet you.
Dayamia said, "Room so lawyer, but I'm a chairman. Midi, the Mecca said, and far away, no, dear, but in so bit in my brain. My sister Eba has say, me fancy 1 year, and no, but Wababe or January. Unfortunately, like one free, but you know. Osha a doctors make us a hospital one and no money ma ankoyi and because I'm work you okay bibia okay ye okay but I debut or ankoyi yeah na kwani free mu enti yes omuma is ye request for postmortem and no name na because na enti say kwa transit postmortem no results nebeba but na yakoba bi almost the way I see by and the pa e betimi ahu lawyer bi na waboayen na ya hu semi business but I say it's not easy there but na me bi say so we lawyer yi obetimi aboa wo kwan bi so e betimi yenso so aboa na yeso yakoma beto ye mana bi bisa.
Yo, sorry to hear this. Very unfortunate. I'm sorry, man. Okay. Me and Kasadia may medical negligence cases, but there's a company that I refer my clients to. They are called Hodge, Jones and Allen. Hodge, Jones, and Allen. I'll spell it for you. The Hodge is HODGE, Hotel Oscar Delta Golf Echo. That is Hodge. And Jones, JONES, and Allen, ALLEN. Hodge, Jones, and Allen. They deal with medical negligence cases. Or you can go online and Google the medical negligence solicitors, and I am sure they'll be able to support you. And I think somebody put something in the chat room. I think you can access that to see how best you can be assisted in this difficult time. Sorry to hear this, but try and contact these companies. They may be able to.
That's it.
Lawyer, my main fact, me no encounter na fa contact details to Jana. In fact, question time needs here. Yami had my next week. Like I said, before the close of the show, no. Na yetimi assign the lawyer Abro Ebim. Vivian,
yes.
Vivian,
Me pacho you. Good evening, lawyer. Me pacho. My question is very simple. Me wo Ghana marriage certificate. Na me wonder say me timia convert it into a UK marriage certificate.
You can only marry the same person once, maybe, possibly. So a Ghana marriage certificate that it is as good as the UK marriage certificate because so called registry. I'm gonna be so said, are you married?
Yeah.
You see, yes, sir. Because you can't marry here again. But
me converting into a UK one. Is that possible at all?
No, you can't convert it. You have to hold on to the Ghana one. It's as good as any marriage certificate. It still holds the force of law. You are protected by the law, regardless of where you got married. The UK law totally protects you as a spouse in every aspect. So the conversion, no, it's not possible.
All right.
You go and tell the registrar that you are not married, and then they have to get married here. It means that overrules whatever you must have done back home. The starting point of your marriage is whatever you do here, not whatever you do in Ghana. So
right. So if I want to get married here, if I want to disregard the Ghana one and get married here, then I can. But
did you actually go through the process of marriage in Ghana and you got a marriage certificate?
Yes, I do.
Yes. You cannot convert, you cannot change it. It's married. And what people do sometimes, you realize in Ghana we have this 2-tier system where you go to the family, they do the knock-in, they do the family thing before they go to the registry to get married.
Right, yeah.
If it was just the house one you did, the customary traditional one you did, and you didn't proceed to the registrar in Ghana to have the certificate, then you could say you've done the knock-in and stuff, and then you can marry here. But once you proceeded to the registrar and you obtain the certificate, you are married, and that's it.
Thank you very much for the advice.
You better say, Yemfa Dokas Emfa Enye. Dogas, Bajo, omit yourself and ask a question.
And then next week you take note of those hands up, and then we'll take them first before we continue with any other hands that will be raised next week. Thank you.
We have
Good
14.
Evening.
Good evening.
Pacho, previously about say wahana uni indefinite leave to remain, and you want to go and bring your partner. Who say if you are on a skilled worker visa, severe or health and care visa, which is limited like 3 years, are you still able to go bring your partner?
Yes, if you are on a skilled worker tier 2, yes, you can still bring your partner. If you are a student, until they stop them from January, you can still bring your partner. You can bring a dependent. I was referring to somebody who is not on a skilled worker, who is not a student, and they want to go and get married. They have to be settled before they can bring their partner. But skilled workers and tier 2 visa, tier 4, tier 2, they can still bring their partners.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yo, Samson, unmute yourself and ask a question. Your name on the Zoom is Samson. Unmute yourself and ask a question. Emmanuel Bofa, unmute yourself and ask a question. Emmanuel Bofa.
Oh, hello. Good evening.
Emmanuel, hold on. Emmanuel, hold on. Let me pick Samson. Good evening, Mami. Bajo, ask your question. We're meeting in Emmanuel Bofa and Pacho, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is trying to bring my mom, but we have done everything. We did the DNA, everything. I'm a EU citizen. But the question is they are asking for more evidence of dependency back home.
Yeah.
We have included all receipts, hospital receipts, electricity bill, water bill, but it's not enough for them. What other stuff can we add?
Well, as for dependency, especially when it comes to adult dependent relatives, that is your mother, adult dependent relatives, you have to prove relationship and dependency. Relationship is usually not a problem because DNA shows that you are related to mom. Dependency is the issue. You have to prove a lot. Most of these cases, I'll be honest with you, are refused, and then you take it to court. And then you'll be able to articulate your point that, look, she's my mom, I'm responsible, I do everything. The house in which she lives is my house. I pay the bills. She doesn't work. I look after her. I send money to her. We tabulate everything. Persuade the judge that she is dependent on you. That is the only time that you will have a chance. it doesn't normally end straight away with the Home Office. They will almost always refuse it. You take it to court and challenge them.
Thank you, because we have had everything, and they have used just one sentence.
They will refuse you. I can tell you, 99% of the time they'll refuse you. Take it to court, challenge them. The judge, if the judge is open-minded, he will weigh all the evidence you have, a decision to go in your favor.
Because it's very interesting. We live in open economy, where it's cash economy, but they still want receipt. How do you produce the receipt? It's very interesting.
So when I make my application, I have a table, I put all the money transfers in it, and I write a statement. In Ghana, we don't give receipt for trotro. In Ghana, when we go to Makola, we don't get receipts. In Ghana, when we go to XYZ places, we don't get receipts. The only places you may get receipt is Uber. And even that is not normal, it's not usual. And then we set all this. So if you say all this in your cover letter and they refuse it, you use the same cover letter as a starting point in court. The judge will understand.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Can I come in now?
Dennis. Is that Dennis?
That's Frank, please.
Frank. Okay, go ahead, Frank.
Thank you so much. Council, thank you so much. You are doing a good job. Big thanks to Tap. We're always grateful to you. My question has to do with
maybe
my brother.
Because when you say first for can will be the one.
Siado will be to
hello.
Yeah, Frank.
Please, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Council, my brother got a fine
Frank,
from the police. And
there is two devices at your end. Can you please close one and use one?
Please, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So my brother got a fine from the police and then the charge was driving without due diligence, and they're driving at the wrong side of the road. And then the fine was accumulated, and then instead of the £90 fine, it was accumulated to about £726 because the letter was sent to his previous address, which he didn't know until recently that the letter was sent to him in his current workplace. And so even though he's a bit confused, but he also wants to know if that may affect his stay, because according to the charge, he was charged with, I think, 6 points penalty. And so he wants to know whether paying the fine or may want to file for an appeal. Whatever the case, is it something that this fine may affect his stay in the UK?
What stay has he got at the moment?
Say that again, please.
What has he got right now? What visa has he got?
He's on tier 2, skilled worker.
Well, it's possible it can affect, but these things are normally taken into account when it comes to nationality, citizenship. If it is one-off, if it is just a one-off, it should not affect the application. But if it becomes habitual, that is his character, does it over and over and over, then that can affect his leave to be in the UK. Whichever way he has to, I would advise him, if he can challenge it and it is reduced and he can prove that he gave them the right address, but they still sent it to a wrong address, he has a mitigating factor. He can challenge it, he can take it to court, at least the fine will reduce or the sentence, the point might reduce. That will help him. So I would say if you can challenge it, if you have the evidence to challenge it, you should go ahead and challenge it, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome,
we say Neniaji Ejuma tap send more ye ehopa and or bought tap send Ejuma for any Ejuma about which really do not even stay a bread in community, no, Emma I mean, in Shramuna. Yo, lawyer, that be there. I said, I think. I was for Mufan Chenny. Not the 14.
Hello. Lawyer number no. Over
to make us.
Lawyer Mbacho, unmute yourself na file number etudwa na me fa nipa bese miensa enka na fe minbie breaker room no said na minute lawyer edi ho komo no nyame aduma next week Wednesday 8 to 9 me the lawyer beba next week Wednesday 8 to 9 same link na de buy na join it BM so me the this WhatsApp group link to chat room onomo. It's a one join it OT Media WhatsApp group na join it na anytime you be a program biana you be share information or honum so that you can get the notification and also join us in addition to the email that we'll send to you. And it's Mr. Afe to show you we are streaming live on Tap Send Facebook page and also OT Media Group, OT Media TV YouTube page. You can still watch the show again. So when some part of it all these social media platforms is either Facebook, Tap Send Facebook, Tap Send Ghana page, Ubenya Honomo, and an OT Media TV YouTube page is also there. Lawyer, my NJ or contact details, na me fa me enumi and sabi encounter.
I have a question.
I just put a question on a lawyer. Yeah, no, because the day I have a question, man, for what send to me. I just koso yetio. Go ahead and ask your questions. But well, question. Go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah, there's a new visa route called seasonal worker visa or fruit pitching, and they said they are targeted to recruit about 45,000 people this year.
Hold on.
So I want to know if lawyer have an idea of that, so they highlight it for our understanding.
Yes, there is, but I'll talk about that next week. Nana, just remind me, the seasonal workers, these are people who come to pick fruits on the farms, etc., etc., etc. Yes, that option is also there. I will talk about it. It's a whole topic on its own. I'll look at that next week, God willing. And somebody also asked if I can talk about overstayers and how to regularize their stay. Nana, God willing, if we have time, I'll discuss that as well next week. Thank you very much.
All right. So join us next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Central Europe time, and it will be 3 p.m. US time. If you're joining us. Sorry, Mbacho Busa question.
Me wo ba berma wo fie 34 years. Na me yi I'm UK. I'm almost 20 years. Meet me the number.
Yes, we were to meet the number. You name woman is a car. Can I go on?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Somebody transfers me now. Would you come on? Would you money no free you to have? Would you ever ordinate ever? Because who decision evidence was also discussed by friends. That's why I put this not with the accounting now. It is possible, sir, because we are more than 21 years, the application will be refused. I'm telling you the truth from the beginning. It will be refused. Take it to court, telling them the decision should be. I just made application for, I think, some 3 kids. They are not kids, actually, they are adults. One is 37, one is 39, and the lady is about 35. They all came, but we had to go to court, and their father had to fight, and then they are here today.
Okay. So, lawyer,
this case, they always go to court.
That's big. That's it.
But we within a DUR.
Miss Moore, Hayford, Miss Major, so.
Oh, Hayford,
so probably for me kasa.
Ebe ma lawyer gyina so saa.
Lawyer fa ne number ni ntudwa.
Yo, Hello, I'm more than happy to respond to all your questions. I will tackle the questions first before I treat the topic, and then if we have time, we tackle additional questions. I am more than happy to respond to all the wise man solicitors. Wise man solicitors. There was 59 the Prince House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. They were Dalston Junction behind the McDonald's. The office number near 0208 0165 384 0208 0165 384. You'll be here from 9:30 to 6, so anytime you can call to possibly book appointments and come in. After this one, normally send your office number here, you might hear Upra. It was not easy, you may not have the time to answer the questions, but if you can, I will answer your questions. And of course, and you're summoning now so on this platform. If you are one-on-one, and yet Ukrainian I can big them. If you are I say I can with you. Until when you call, you book, I am more than happy. You come, we sit down, and I'll respond to your questions. Wise man solicitors, we are happy to help. Nana, next week, Wednesday, God willing, I'll be here. Nana, please take all the questions. I'll respond to the questions first before I treat the topic, and then we open the floor for more questions. Your office number is 0165
384. Now, by time I open personal one, Kakra Bacho.
079
31
411 042.
042. Right, Metro, because if you sana almost 30 years in both Italy and my application, my cousins, but I'm farmer.
My cousins say the only way you want people to see after Brexit, cousins in County.
But before Brexit,
Stephen, I was on Bomodena you who free so I Stephen Corno, Bomodena you who free so. But Wednesday, no, campaign, UK campaign from to
UK time, 8 p.m. UK time.
8 p.m.
Okay.
Yo, Abuja for in
case because I'm wrong, but my DNA now, my DNA.
Extended family members, the appendix you know, and say, would the programming yet because it will be refused.
I see.
But you're not on you now, my opportunity to answer question, but not me mute me.
Mr. Yeah, the questions here. Pick lawyer and number. Na say uhwe enso na ebia by Wednesday won't me entwen pick lawyer and number na ene nkasa ofia no man na say ochina anytime during office hours Mr. why need to into a program so ye will be no so almost tap send omo app issue into na ebia omo so ewa ha na ye nhwe omo so lawyer opon adwuma ondu fie kra ena ya agene time be brave lawyer ye beka say ye da say ora amount of any David, Edena, and Mubekache lawyer and Sana Yajino Nafi, you're moving on to tap send focus session. Medina brother.
Medical as a lawyer, Beji shown in Tibia any time with tap send a bail lawyer with tap send to say. Because for the past week, first of all, lawyer, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Adebakwa, I think tap has done well in the market, and they said outside of giving competitive rates, we do a really good job in thinking about issues in the diaspora, right? Because Sabi, yes, you drive noon, but we know, I mean, these are billable hours for you, your lawyer, right? We Nana Kwame, it's almost midnight. and we're staying over to take care of our people. What's it asking? Because although at the moment, this is not part of the job scope. But so in summary, thank you so much. I mean, it's not for calling as well. They wanted to, be our question in we don't do time with tap send on Wednesday, but I'm not Kwame is getting out of his way to create an hour block, send a baby with some questions because in him said, today we had over 300 people on the call. Yeah. 300 people on the call. And I did my catch as a lawyer. First of all, thank you so much for making the time. Looking at what you said, and it looks like you're sitting there since last week. Sounding out to her. So thank you so much for making the time. And Kwame, thanks for bringing them. Again, thank you. And everybody that came, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your lawyer, Nyame Aduma, Wednesday, UK time, 8
p.m. Everybody, stay blessed. And
Yo, lawyer wisdom Akaho and sign Edino Ebrel from Fort Worth from Wise Smart Solicitors. Nyame Aduma next week, Wednesday, UK time, 8 p.m. Central Europe time, 9 p.m. Sign Edit lawyer Abrel ABM. Na sabra mi no kasa idea. Misrel show no Michelle say tap send OT Media WhatsApp group so no sign the link na to hobiem we betimi asan hwe show ni biem and I say sign ba be Wednesday you be promote so when your notification wa join it click on the link and join us on the tap on the OT Media WhatsApp page. Sabre Dave, I'm opening the breakout room. So
thank you.
Issue be Uncle breakout room na yemboano ewo ehonomo. So Mr. With all due respect, all your tap issues on your app no Mr. Brami be breakout room bomodena kohonomo na yemboa na yen customer service team no ebe ohonomo obeboa. So breakout room 1 is now open. Mepacho a notification will pop it up on your screen. Just click on it and it will take you to breakout room 1. David, take over.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Pacho, again, Pacho, if we didn't get a chance to answer your question with the lawyer, Pacho, fine, because I need to do also. But, so not next week, Wednesday, what time? Nanakwame time, babe?
8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Central Europe time, and it will be 7 p.m. Ghana time.
Perfect. But matter time, no. Until more questions seem to me, but saying secretary assembly is very extensive, and in your one side doesn't fit all. Until about your next week Wednesday, the lawyer back. Not what better train come on and answer any questions you may have. In the meantime,
Dave, time with Tata Sen will still be on Thursday. Time with Tata Sen will still be on.
Thank you so much, Pacho. Yes, lawyer between we now, Pacho. Mobile. Ebi ochina na sem for Rebecca na be more than immigration law. Bit my health, bit my idea also. Yeah. Our main focus is to make sure we tackle diaspora issues. In Tipacha Wednesday and also for this show, but Thursday a trend more harder than they want to see the same output. Bring a friend. Before you bring a friend, what down for America, tell them to download and send the app. Because we need the what them say. Tell them to download and send. Tell them to download and send. Again, Texas is live. I wouldn't say some before, but your Texas is live. America will be BI except for one state, but except for one state, per se, and that's Nevada. We are everywhere. The job we've done in Europe, we're trying to do the same thing here. We are making some inroads.
America.
Nevada, Penny. Nevada now. What state, way?
Ohio.
You're holding then, but Nevada, Penny in the state. Ohio, I want to do power.
At the moment, no UK, but normally I'm not Ohio, because I'm my brother small.
Oh, but Ohio, Papa. Nevada penny in America. Nevada okay. Nevada penny. Thank you so much for your question. It's about around this time, now Kwame, if open the breakout room to go for Hoka Kranti. Yeah, Momo. Okay, so Kovako then is to say, Pacho, any questions with your application, your experience with tap send, Pacho Mansaso. Lawyer, and of course, is saying again, better ask the next thing. But your lawyer questions that mean to me, Yanuma, and I come into Yanuma. It's about your question, about your master say. Any question you have pertaining to the app, if you want to share how great our rates are for these past couple of days, please feel free to share. Who is Kafakwene? Malto Bekan, Fakwene, Sikaba Krum, Fakwene. But you'll be able to Brad Sam. If you have any questions, please go ahead. Brad Sam, Pacho, you're mute if you're talking. Okay, yeah, but Nana Wadi. Pachaman count the from body chairman. Nana Wadi. Maybe I'm going to conform up from previously. Prophetess HUL. Prophetess is saying. Good evening, it's a
Badger holder, Medasi. Badger say, so share link no more be no so download. My you know the first transaction no. Me menya 5 na ni panels for benya be. It was UK. But unfortunately, me sister download do you know. Na no one family me na show. Me code na show. And no day can send the injection. I'm when you on financial man. We are in ye be almost your first transaction. And we also to me who be because we wanna ni panel one first na ni refi better sana na Mrs. Manya and talent but say be a sanka one fashion maybe our second transaction klana instead of Sonia you should code in inquiry sanka was so to me.
Oh, I held that. Wait a minute, Charles. Okay, I'm going to come out. I didn't know. So didn't need to buy a buy now. We really feel me boy. Hilda.
Yeah, me download do you instead of
one function me boy.
Aye.
Wait in your purchase. Me sorry about now.
Me advantage.
Pepe. Into chat to me. Me dey show him send the next time. You say what that for? Nya that for back open on you see. Into we be see correct now. Send on account. Into me the picture na shame. Wait, me the picture na shame. Two come make sure send a be this and two bia. No me aso o code na dey change. You gina because say busia. Tap nya dey send the ko. Omo asema me kwa mtumi mu ko twetwe nkomo. What you say? Into na why you man wa ha. Into me sure. Ni aye first one dey no dey che. Me say ko fo bi rabbit ni oba. Into me judi pa. Into me dey atum. To the control to the benzi. I send a be any mistake ni bi. Why? Maybe I'll hear what I'm sorry. Maybe I'll be hearing papa. Prophet, Auntie Hilda, but sorry to myself. What's somebody else 2 months is here? Send a baby to man here.
Okay, main call when him
chat to them, but they are to chat to him. Send a baby, any mistake, maybe so. I trust in your bed.
Okay, patch of me.
Pepe, me das. Me Auntie Mabel, but your casa means you mute. Minister Udi Mugo gonza, mute.
My main can ask him now. Obi busa say obeso who say why worry now worry obusa man downful. We question
my worry.
Me man downful.
Worry.
Enyo no obusa.
Me das. Auntie Alice me das. We dey come. Auntie Mabel, but you mute. O kasa so mute.
Say o se abusua na na e bo ni nti obi busa na se mi hia nti no
eni ne kwan so adon we gine abom kokko ana me boa Auntie Mabel, you still on mute. Okay, yeah, I see a trace Auntie Mabel, but man patrol question on Mount Sasso now.
Hello.
Auntie Mabel, hi, good evening.
Good evening to you all. Yeah. Tap me that was the for Mother's Day $15 gift no I mean shamu pa na come try say lawyer be pick me na ma maybe some question but when me am pick me nti na me bo Wednesday
Auntie Mabel bacho wefa
bacho me wo New York by say me wo New Jersey.
Okay, into now for now on tap na now for no busa on download the tap.
Oh, media man wa download.
Texas now. We dey show mu nyina bro.
There on New York.
Me ye nyina kasa say na kwame ta me kasa we be Zoom account no. Akwa his Zoom see akwa nipa be 1,000 na.
Yeah.
Nipa 1,000 is here be maba. Me Zoom call my me carry nya. Me nim say to me come more than 150. Na kwame na HM say between 1,000. It's about to fan confirm bra. And you'll be on maybe about me about a bed download, but say a lawyer about Bekasa, and it'll be high here where free consultation or retain a be about $400 into yet to us another £400 about your mum international bonko. Bye.
That's it. Yeah,
thank you so much. All right.
You're welcome. Bye.
Any other questions I will patch your Mansaso? Regarding a tap experience, what we can do to help. Pacho, how you know? What question about your marine houses here? Your questions is here.
And then Masaya Babim question.
Auntie Hilda, but I answer our question. Let me just answer. Answer hi. What you saying?
Hi. Okay. My question is very simple.
Yes.
My time is motivated to say. So we send an amount of £500. Some your promotion. We need British Airways ticket. I don't know how to say another fraud camp. I don't know. In Tiana, I'm a little bit confused. So send this scan also. If you come, yes, and I'm between £1,000. If you are £500, but draw no, almost say draw. So, but me who draw be but I don't know. So whether it's from tap or it's from someone and now baby. I clarify.
Absolutely, Pacho. What does the email say? Email Pacho if you want.
If you tap. Bear with me. Let me check it. It's either text message. Yes, please.
Because
meaning to be or how no so any message ni bi Pacho.
Me Pacho me my receive will be there. Almost spend more than £500. We need tickets and free tickets.
Pacho, when did you receive this?
I can't remember the date.
It's been ongoing. And your first time.
No. The question is check your email and tell us when you received the email. We've been doing promotions, so we want to be sure when did you receive that email?
Okay. Inti received one time card me send this scanner enko. Inti my friend customer service na me guy ba ko no say moana omodiama company be oriented say if say you are being picked randomly omobe contact so now they will take it from there. And I said okay, but some email no say text message and I'm not too sure back one the
question is the question is when did you receive that email? That's the question. When?
I just have to go back into my email now. And recently, but let's say about 3 months ago, I received one, and I can't remember because etaba.
But it's okay. It's very important. It's very important we see when this happened, right? Because I'm not going to we run promotions, right? But we're not giving our tickets every month. That I promise. Into Christmas, no. And that was like towards last year, Christmas, bro, but I couldn't one of the offerings, you know. And you say, every week, and I say, busy frequency, you know. Say, and we can say, the last week and not 2 weeks, we can say, where the Yampa. What's the answer? And Tibacho, you see, and was where we see that around time in promotion now. It could probably be us. Time need to be interested. The last week is definitely not from us. The last week can't be up to ticket of money. Indeed. Yeah, busy, and Tibacho, you date now. Every also other remittance companies or almost set email promo. I be able to say, yeah, until I never send a email, maybe I had not a dean for Arabia. But this kind of promo, but we haven't done that with tickets lately. Why, Pacho?
Okay, that's fine. Before the program end, I will log into my email now.
Perfect.
But
then, David, my mama onye assured say last year you're running summer promo, my ticket. Different promotions. And we want to know what month you are talking about, and we can say yes, we've been doing promotion. And Yakasa send if you send between 500 or more, yes, a lot of people send money. Raffle no na say yes, we contact you, we give you the details and how you beat me at the price at the amount ni nyina yenesa intina bia we send it around that time na say one to yenka, then it means you didn't win anything. But win here from.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
But before the next question, no comment. Auntie Mabel, I know you're on not too long ago. Oh, okay. Auntie Mabel call. Okay. Audio by Becca. Pacho, what show in the CCCI now America? Just so you know, we have the same show, Time with Tap Tap Send, on Monday at 6 p.m. Time with Tap Tap Send Monday at 6 p.m. So, but what show in this year? I'm all America. Pacho, please join Time with Tap Tap Send Monday 6 p.m. It's best not you bet you a normal bar because when you say American immigration issues, it's a different chain in UK. Auntie Hannah Garte, how are you? Good evening.
Good evening. Ebusuafo. Pacho, one incident.
Boko.
Yo, ebusuafo enwure nyame nhira wanye adwuma pa wedi wa ma lawyer ba ba chechre nzamba pim atre hen nyame nhira won papa ye nyen wo bebia nyame nhira won. Yo, me quest masam kan hina nyide. Me sure the maybe said the mayum the 2 times. Oh yeah, tap there. Oba mehin ska eme yedi na yetua na nkakakra. But yeah so hoshi. Ana maybe said the woguda worry hu bibi amehena because yepede yedi ska.
I don't know. I got the Mr. Besim Disca. Me pese Disca le bani yedi ne krank. Udi bomb kran neder. But you see, in order for us to launch additional products, say be a loan, because in say be a loan, or be you know have to take because say be discover ho. In order for us to launch additional product, anti SCNE, what you say, internet na kwame odi say grown up America. Inti pacho mutu go for bem, mutu go for adem market say na mouth ate mate yedebeko leadership. But saying SCNE because sikano do ni be man be dachi bit me bibisa, but inti mo fan go formra. Auntie Hannah, it's not on deaf ears. I mean, it's all kind of around December. He also mentioned around somewhere in February or March. We definitely remember. In order for us to launch additional product, we need to have a strong product. Any egusi and we but to say it, and that is Sikari be didn't buy yet. Me guys say about Auntie Hannah. It's just not here yet. If we do pay, yes, yeah, bro. Because we perform right. Obisi Chibom, thank you so much. Alice. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Auntie Hannah, that's a good idea.
So my first akwenye isuna mada hona super papa, especially nana kwame. Mensa kami t-shirt, nyami shiro papa. Nyami shiro hon.
Perfect.
The one membership tap t-shirts.
Nyami shiro also say unya utretwen emrepemu no unsa account t-shirt kama. Na me nam kwanya we so e de ada eye osofo a oda asafo eye Assemblies of God lease osofo katechie ene na asafo manyina ase se Sunday ye be pie mu omoje fe nyami enhira mo ye be san ba pa
ye be twa one. Yeah, see that one.
Thank you so much, Auntie Hannah. I will see about 2 additional questions. Now we bring the show to an end. In Europe. Again, or call no, so you're in the US or Canada. We have, I don't want to say a better show just yet, but we have a show, the same show, Time with Tap Tap Send, America, 6 p.m. Sundays. Into you have to see a try UK for now. If America, please come and join. UK, so come and join us because you're joining UK for now. To come join us in America. That's the family.
Mr. David, it's not Sunday, it's Monday. 6 p.m. Monday, it's not Sunday, please.
Did I say Sunday?
Yeah, you just said that.
Okay, Monday, 6 p.m. I'm sure to be at home. Monday, 6 p.m. Monday, 6 p.m. Thank you. Pacho, Titi, if you have any questions, please go ahead.
Okay, so the question I have is that the rates or the rates, the exchange rate, no?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be one of the best, but at a point in time, you better check with others compared to now, as a more like a rate in year. Because competition have been. Say one more rate now, and speak it to the realities on the ground now. Now, because me share tap saying we say there be rate now was I don't know. Before which I won't want to mention, rating. And about the promo, no. On say, your emails near the end of the day. When I receive something in my email, I compare with previous emails. Time I may set up, no. emails na minya from tap send na and if the concern say yenya promotional you say na kosa the what I would have loved you do so you admit say yeah be this period yeah be this period and he say unya in this period that it could be us but so on concussion because more admit say more run promos sadia then we are good to receive it. But say more run there, then you let us know so that you who be sir, then we can discard it. Until the answer you gave for that woman, a question on promos I wasn't satisfied. I was like, I said the original court, now you put it to you, prove it. No.
Thank you.
No.
More run promos there, then let us.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. All right. Thank you so much, Uncle Titi. So 2 things. First part near rate, Pacho Sebi, Obi Ojuma, in an aquam, Yujuma in an San Pabia, so her rate, I am out of Candibia every day, Uncle Titi. We go to the market, we buy the city at the best rate that we can. Ba near Batoma, Tibuha, competitive rates, you're trying to say, you be pian as hard as possible to be the best rate in the market. Sebi, wait to make your hookah. So, yes, in telling us, Mark, you knew rating who did be Sebi's handing to me and call for Baha tap send. Until we are aggressively and competitive in the rate. Okay, from the Panaka, maybe Anura, and in Rich, and we've been beating some competitors. Actually, in the US, we've been our main competitor. Also, I'm not going to mention names. Second part in here, Ose Pacho, Nibakone promo. Pacho, Mammy Busai, and I do a comment in say she wanted to clarify, say I didn't hear fraud and your fraud. Now, Abia Pacho Miss Otiers, one tier, what we're trying to get across and say, see who time quiet promo now, Pacho be a promo, Brobia promo, West Union, no be a promo. But say, meantime, quiet promo, now, time on your email, now, mean to me in cassette. Tap. And then I'm about you, uni back with Fino, because you can read an email and misread it. And she answered me, Jansen, men, now come to say, we did a promo in December. That's 6 months ago. Well, yeah, 6 months ago. And she purchased a Mikasa, yeah, promo. Email in the last week, that would not be correct. But you uncle is ultimately. Into your Busan, you see a church, near Tias, because it was in a young from so it wasn't anywhere said. We're trying to sound accusatory. Said auntie, uncle, head back. They be part of we don't treat our people like that here. Why? Thank you so much. Samsung, got your question. Please go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, Samsung.
I just want to say thank you for a great job that you did. Yeah. But me busa semu. First, say who send there, not like it was okay, say we send it, but after a while, almost see why exceed the limit, now they need to say upload the passports we, but me busa is it advisable? Say be our own crata. Is it advisable and is it secure? Say be advising is say on upload the ABA Ghana passport now. Would you advise that? And one person me thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Samso. Wait, remember not coming as far as immigration status on. Now, I don't know if you heard the question, but your auntie, as I said, in the world, say, auntie, my man started. So when you craft out, upload the ID now, and you want to make an IBA. Take us own upload the ID now, but your state ID now, baby, I want Mukrata and a bit me use. Now, if I'm correct, Ghana passport is not valid. Is it correct? You're mute, Nakwame.
Yeah, Dave. Okay. So who would download the app for free? Initially, it doesn't ask any details. Details are UDB one, obviously you will need a bank card. And as a bank card na who use the a din so wa ukita home passport who use. Because who could use bank card different. Now could use passport details different. It won't match. And into your account, be suspended. But if I say Obaha, maybe I mean fans will stay 2 years. What to me the bank account or Ghana passports. Yes, with me upload Ghana passport. And it ends with tap. It doesn't go anywhere. So there is no any way be as our Ghana passport valid with me using.
Okay. Any bank card
Yeah.
Is that what you are saying?
Yeah,
Thank you very much. In the baby,
it ends with tap. It
because
doesn't go anywhere.
I'm not asking paying reassure you say and baby say what you say. I just want to clarify that. Thank you so much. I'm really pleased with the answer. God bless.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much, Auntie. But we take the last two questions. I don't want Khalid. I don't want to say your first name. I think I'll butcher it. Khalid. Or Khalid, if you have a question, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening. It's your for in our platform. Mr. Mibisa, my question, I have a kakame. Say, tap send. O send it 1 year points dinner or to Akene Adiama, Bushnafo, Fiabe, 50 euro be, and 100 euro be, and 200, and the Umia Swan echo. Na, ebia, there pem, ne, a chile kakra, no, Upushia, a veteran who are a ebi okra na why worried kra eno e chepa ansana moji scan mo eno so e chire ma aju kakra na mpese ni mu cheke mu kakra edenti ana ebia se sikana onya na ebia uche mu kakra kana wo de akọ ebia ene ma ase ne apem maybe 3 days time pese me eno kra de ebe twa no ho ache pa na sikano so nyese bi asebio monfa nche nyese bi a mi koko wi ai adwumade na me ye na mi saka sikano na eno so edenti 100 euro bi dia nde wonya ti aso a we na eko na de na mudu a aya na mo chichiri sikano na nipa na kuma enti mi nyina fa ko sa mo chichiri mo nka mo che mo hwe nwu na mo pese bese mo na enti ase wa ndo wase
Uncle Caleb Medasi, Pacho, wait there. My best, when you say you want who free now, the tea, and I'm best walk commands be. Sadi and intensity. Now, remember 2 examples. But your first part, no, so now can be also coins be a demo for the mouth of us and you be munyudu. If you are say it could be several factors. I did back what Meka said, Meka had me say mouth or when you over like close to a year and say, Neighbor Uncle Fona, minim said no case of my example. Go ha. Nipa corner wallet na de kon men kasa sana kale me my example nipa corner wallet na de kon maybe a sebi na ema so ema kale de be pem sa and say we yim net and say akoto so that's one example. 2 ye nen kofo na ejuma Ghana we have partners all Ghana partners ne more Ghana omo wallet so this kind of call into say e bia sebi emu dryer as ye twen mo but dey to me here say sia no mouto ne ebusuan ne nyina no Bank of Ghana is one of our dispatchers. In the CN, Sadia now can Uncle Sia, send 1,000 Sia in Yambo dance. Sia 1,000 acre for Conia. It's Sadia in Yabio, and they see very rarely. Bessia, what Tracy, Uncle Callie, means so 1,000 was here, Focus is here in her. Sia, I Minoka said.
And I really ain't possible.
Uncle Manu.
You best not here. Yes, I da mesa bahadi in the blues ne pesu.
Abacho David, Uncle Bacho wife.
Bacho say,
who ko benzo?
Me o Italy na me no kasa.
Oh, we dem ni ba kwa ba bono me the number be mo sisi a, se na be on bo me be abebe.
Oh, na se mba ha no mu din bi dia abrem. Kabasa kwa me de
propose. Come on.
Yeah.
It's American account. American account is saying that 1,000 quite receive be until China by America. Why? So 1,000 not too much.
Yeah, okay.
I'll come with that. So hi, if you have a question, please go ahead.
Dave, sorry, before Sewa Bano, I think say for Daniel a number Emano. Sometimes postpaid. So you should postpaid that sometimes oh send this kakesia yana postpaid who so no yana ye omo issue kakra on you if anything be our contact rep in Italy Daniela, he'll be more than happy to assist him.
Thank you so much, Kwame. Inti Pacho, next person here. Sawa Pacho, question, please go ahead. Sawa, if you're speaking, I believe you're on mute.
Hello.
Hi, Sawa.
Oh yeah, thank you. Pacho, I mean, I'm about promotion. In regards to
yes.
Yes. I don't think say be a more say than me person me my point of view na say. I think say brother Baku Kasa no and clarify say in regards to email media, I've just been on my email as Semeka, I've gone through it, and then as he said, no, I don't really such emails but me who say be a way to me discard it. But I just want to know what we can watch out for when such emails come. Abia say free more. Then was say yes, say Abia, this email is really from Tap, is genuine. That's and then my question. Ebu ha mama ye who say Abia way there if free more and I say say now can obi betimi asend it with my name and I say we and one am pese me ho. What to look out for. That's it.
Perfect. If it's coming from us, we say tap send. That's one. Two, promo. I once so I mean sort of show promo. We make a lot of noise about it on this show. You know, we also for a TV promo, say a fly promo, we do the draw on this show. People will come to. So those are the two indicators, right? Say identity authentic. But when you email no one, so when you email them, right? Say a promo. Now Okasi saying this kind of call. Now you use tap. As long as we're being WhatsApp say for scan Bremen or Debbie Pacho Debbie. Say through tap, you see it in an email. We'll have tap email on it, tap send. Taptapsend.com. That'll be the email. It's about your reading now. That's one. Two, say a promo, it would definitely be on the